Sorry about that. It didn't look like it was playing, and then it was, and now I'm here. Hi. Hello.
Hello, everyone. We are so back.
So I see you're still here, Anthony.
This joke backfired on you.
Yeah, this is kind of awkward. I don't know what to say.
I mean, they're still there. I still see them.
Well, we can't cover him. He's like 1,000,000 feet big.
That's true. He is 1,000,000 feet big. That is true. He's very many feet big.
I see his face.
What's that in metric?
Probably like 4.
It's if I were to use my favorite measurements, it's like around 18 soda cans stacked on top of each other.
You can't keep making this the thing that you measure things with, you know? You can move on to other things. There's rulers, there's phones.
You know a ruler is around like 2 soda cans stacked on top of each other.
That's not how this life was gonna work.
If we weren't supposed to measure with soda cans, how come they fit so easily on top of each other?
Also, like, I don't know, like, are we talking like a Pepsi can, or are we talking like a
12
Monster
ounce,
can?
a 12 ounce can, just a basic 12 ounce can.
It's like a baby can, like the normal can.
That's not a baby, it's a regular can. There are baby cans, there are tinier cans.
The regular type of can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 355 milliliters.
What?
355 milliliters.
Can you put that to me in terms of cans stacked on top of each other?
1 can stacked on.
Oh, okay.
1 can.
All right. Let's go ahead and jump into the game.
1 can's worth.
1 can stacked inside of itself.
I completely get it now. My guys, welcome. We are here. We're doing
so
some
back.
things.
We're here again.
We are. There was a heroism that was given over to Anthony for one reason or another. I guess they can have it. But does anybody want to tell me what happened last time?
All right, Alt Tab. All right.
It's like, okay, Alt Tab, Control Alt Delete.
Close computer, leave.
Click server,
Lays
leave.
down.
All right.
Leave server.
Goes to sleep.
Delete friends.
Hello, everyone. Have you ever heard of the story of the Quietmarch? If you haven't, that's the game we're playing. Last time, we had a special thing happen, but we'll get to that. For now, let's start from the beginning of that game. We start with Cavelli buffing Paladin Black.
Cavelli what? Paladin Black?
What? Hello?
You cut out for a second.
Tries to Paladin Black. Tries to buff Paladin Black.
Oh, buffing.
Yeah.
Right.
To see if the magic from the present prince would help track down the prince we are looking for. And to simplify things, since there's 2 princes, though funny enough, I think this is the last time we mentioned this one prince, but I put this anyway. There will be Bright-Eyed Prince and Darkened Prince. Darkened Prince is the one we know from the forest. Bright-Eyed Prince is the one that's in the school.
We're gonna get so many more of that.
So, explain where we found the Darkened Prince and are able to get the paladin to use true sight to find the prince's magic around them. This gives us more locations for us to look through, so we split up. We start with Law and the paladin and end up in the trophy hall. They immediately find the prince, as well as an old man, the headmaster. But Paladin Black looks in the prince's eyes, and as familiar as they are, they're unfamiliar. There's a brightness to them. Not the scarred eyes of harm that he knows the Darkened Prince for. The Bright-Eyed Prince gleefully talks to Paladin Black. He explains how he's speaking to the headmaster earlier about homework and a thesis of magical origin. They have discussions. They talk about the summon he's allowed to have here, the dragon. And during all this, Paladin Black asks about deja vu, which the Bright-Eyed Prince does mention. Except it's not through everything that's been going on, but from seeing Paladin Black's appearance. After that, before departing, Paladin Black rizzes up. God damn it, me. Why'd you type rizzes? Rizzes up the Bright-Eyed Prince as well as Quaddle to make sure he stays motivated. I typed it. I
feel like that's inaccurate to how the story actually went.
They're the one telling it.
Yeah.
You can't accept the truth. You can't accept the truth.
Yeah,
like that.
that's the reality now. Sorry.
Past me apparently knows the scene more than present me, so apparently Riz.
If you wanted to tell your story, then you should do the recap.
Yeah, you should be doing the recap. Come on, keep up.
Let's have this be one of those episodes where y'all tell the same story in different ways, and like one of us is super muscular and they're telling of it anyway.
Anyway, super muscular Cavelli goes.
After the Bright-Eyed Prince leaves, Elton Black mentions they don't know of the Quietmarch, which shows their age, and how recent the troubles of the Quietmarch really are in comparison to the wide world. Paladin and the Necromancer speak, and as they speak, Bob realizes something about their conversation, something familiar to what the witch had said. We transition to Cavelli and oh no, I guess Cavelli died. We'll go to Fabio and Kyle. It was so weird. Like Fabio and Kyle ended up in the mage training ground. They encountered the summoned vine, as well as an apple. Fabio tries to grab the apple, but unfortunately, his hand is pierced by the thorns of the vines. Despite this, however, Fabio's no quitter. He tries again, and this apple falls into his hands. A dark purple apple. Purple being known as the poisonous color. Random tangent, this ominous apple Fabio holds in their hand, and he decides to split it. One for himself,
What a good
one
friend.
for Kyle. After eating it, something primal inside of Fabio starts to erupt. Fabio looks inside of themselves and feels a fire. No, it's not just a feeling. It's true fire. He's able to control fire. He has the magic of fire. Knowing that he's grown more powerful, he sees Kyle, seeing that they fell on the ground. Uh-oh.
Oops.
And then go to Cavelli and Quaddle as they bond in the bathroom. Ironic, they met in one bathroom. Now they bond in another. It goes full circle that way, just like a swirl of a toilet. We talk
really
about
deep.
Quaddle's fate, knowing they are forgotten. We talk about her protectiveness to the prince. Cavelli even mentions how she wishes she had more independence for herself. In the end, there's one thing they do agree on. She deserves to be remembered. And they hope to find why she was forgotten. Everyone comes out of the rooms. Fabio comes out with a dying Kael who's fading fast. Cavelli tries to comfort Kael in her time of sideways dying by biting poison out of her, even though it's not that kind of poison. It's a thought that counts. In fact, she probably made it worse by making her bleed. But thankfully, Waddle knows how to deal with this kind of poison. You have to breathe on them, of course.
Of course.
That is, if you have magic in your breath. This magic knocks Kyle unconscious, and according to Quaddle, you should be fine soon. After this, Quaddle explains the devil vines and the apple that came from it. After everything is said and done, though, Belly finally congratulates Fabio on their magic. Good job. Everyone, let's applaud Fabio. They got fire magic.
Yay!
Woo,
Thank you.
Fabio!
Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Hooray.
important to, mention.
We then start talking about the orb and aim to look for it. Since we don't know if the prince obtaining the orb is before or after the final event of this place. Is it the cause of their fall or the cause of their revival?
All right.
We may need to find out. Speaking of the orb,
You got
Law
it.
brings up
Sorry.
Law brings up knowledge they knew of the dragon being related to the orb. Waddle seems to know this dragon and may even be able to communicate with them. For this to be possible to happen, though, we in a secluded area where no one will find us. A place no one goes to. Not even rats or like the vermin of the school. A place completely abandoned. A place that only has the worst of people. Like the worst teacher ever. Oh!
I didn't
the
say all that.
necromancer
I didn't
classroom.
say all that.
Oh, sorry,
You
sorry.
may as
all
well
offense.
have.
Yeah.
You may as well have
All
said
of-
it.
All offense. No worries, all offense.
Oh, okay, of course.
But that's about it. Oh yeah, Fabio might be a race that's related to the deity on Paladin's shield, but that's about it. That's about it.
All right. Nice
I
one.
hope you enjoyed this recap. This was brought to you by
I hope all this is written down.
Gilbot.
I hope every bit of this is written down. I hope you wrote down all of that last line.
I did write down that's about it. Oh yeah, Fabio might be a race that's related to the deity on the Paladin shield. I
Oh, hell
wrote
yeah.
that earlier in the script, but I decided, you know what? I'll put this at the bottom to kind of make people fear that I forgot, because
Fuck
I
yeah.
tend to forget things. In fact, I probably forgot a lot of things. I just typed what I could translate.
So it's still like
and-
written down, or like are you still reading, or is this like improv?
Wait for Fummel to ask the question. Oh no, this is improvised at this point.
Oh,
I
okay.
love how prepared you are, but also you still read out loud. Congratulations. Take some wounded inspirations. I already gave them to you. Good job. Thank you. But yes, as of last time, you guys had all gotten the idea to make your way into the necromancy classroom. Going into the necromancy classroom, you guys can potentially figure out some things going on with these feelings that have continued to go on through here. I would like to know, with everybody finally coming back into this, we're all ready to get going into things. Is there anything you guys would like to do before going to the necromancy classroom?
As soon as Dico starts the game, close the notebook and pretend that you haven't written all this down. Okay. Anyway.
Why are you supposed to say that you're supposed to pretend that?
You're not supposed to read the stage directions, Lo.
Oh, that's probably what those square brackets are for.
Yeah, that's what they
Yes.
are. You know where it says like exit stage left? That's what it's for.
I should have been a theater kid.
Anyway, I know I wanted to
Chill
talk to
So-
Anthea for something.
Talk
I
about
can't
what?
immediately remember what exactly.
You guys
Um,
mentioned that you did want to talk with them to, I believe, see if they knew anything else about like certain things going on or people around, but I'm not sure exactly off the top of my head. That should have been something in the recap. Unfortunately, it wasn't written down, so.
It seemed Law remembered something and wanted to talk about it.
Bitchin'. All right, Law, lead us out.
Jesus Christ.
I don't
Not that
remember.
I'm
No, we don't.
Not that I'm.
I know it was mentioned, but if we don't know what it was, then let's not worry about it.
Yeah, it's no reason to go there if we don't know what the fuck it was for. Hold
Yeah.
on, let me try to put my head. I know we're talking
Well-
about the whole like orb thing. I know we talked about the dragon thing. We're specifically looking to ask something that Infea might know about. Maybe it was about things speeding up, I think, because we were moving faster.
Very true. Very true.
Yes, it was
Yeah, 2
things speeding
years
up?
in the future, something like that.
things speeding up and potentially trying to help Quaddle having some of the memories that she should have because she's been through this ungodly numbers of time, which would also probably make her unable to do anything for a little bit as she sorts through them. If Anthea can give them to her, that is. I believe that was another thing, right?
Potentially. You guys did have talks of, for some reason, Kawaddle was like, I don't understand. I should have been here for many different things as well. How come only the teacher and Master Ot, not Master Ot, I said Master Ot, and Master Yo are the only ones that remember things. How come I don't remember things? This sucks. This sucks beans.
So many beans sucking.
You could ask. We all want to go into the room that
Yes.
where time is weird.
It would also be the first time that Black would meet them.
It's true.
It'll be a riveting conversation.
Let us go and talk to the lady of the room.
Okay. I will assume that this is going to be a thing with the current few peeps that are here, plus I will add in Kawaddle, since Kawaddle will be the focus of this potentially.
Yeah.
At the time, it does look like Kyle is being taken care of by the others, as it's just like, it's okay, you're gonna be fine. Pap.
Can't believe she nearly got into
Sorry,
product malady
Kyle.
because of me.
Sorry, Kyle. I'll get back to you. Kiss on forehead.
That's six glass, Cavelli.
Mm.
I'll give you more than glass later.
I should only
accept
glass.
Oh my, how lewd.
I don't know how I
I
should
know
respond
it's
to
less
this. I don't think I will.
professional, but I think you'll enjoy it.
So we go into the room.
I don't want to ask about what happened there.
Hey guys, how do I have lesbian sex?
I'm sure you can figure. I'm sure
You should ask Monkey O. He'll probably help.
Yeah.
If you can't figure that out, I'm sure it'll be fun figuring it out.
You
Moving
guys,
on.
You won't know.
you guys make your way into, from what you guys understand to be, Zarael's room. As you make your way into Zarael's room, you step in, and again, just to get the lighting going, because usually, Black, whenever you guys step into one of these doors, the lighting goes away. That does not happen here. Once again, an entire area seems to be completely unrestricted by that. As soon as you enter this area, even, you do find that the entirety of the feeling of this place seems to shift a bit. Stepping in, you see what appears to be a darkened room, but everything still has that same green and red, just sort of like interchanging around the walls and ground. The actual room itself seems somewhat more furnished than the last time. You don't see just bare walls and bare tables and things like that anymore, but you do see a lot of books, a lot of different materials seemingly of research and things of that nature. You also see what could only be described as fertilizers and other things seemingly just off in the sides of the rooms. There doesn't appear to be as much empty space as was in here whenever it was just Zaro Air and the Coatl. Whenever you guys step in, you do find off to the end of the area, just outside of the room you guys would have went into before, you see what appears to be the woman Anthea. They are not in their student guise. They appear to just be sitting there, looking over in the direction of all of you, as they do. Welcome, welcome. It's been a while.
I guess it kinda has.
I can assume that things are acting odd for you, since the last time we spoke, at least from my perspective, was close to a year and a half ago.
So, you have noticed at that point.
I have held up my end of the bargain. Every day, whenever I return to this place, I wait and see if there's anything any of you need. At the moment, this is the first time I've seen any of you come here in quite a long while, and it appears you brought another guest. They look to Paladin Black, and then they also put their eye onto the Coatl. Is she going to be all right, or am I going to have to make her disappear again?
I'd like to see you try.
Don't you mess with her.
To see you try.
You mess with her, you mess with me.
Both of them will behave.
I was fixing to say it would not matter to me whether I'm sending one or two of you out, but at the same time, I'm guessing after this long you do have some questions. You came here for some reason, I'm sure, unless you came here to kill me. Though I will say that as many times as that one has tried, points over toward Paladin Black, it doesn't seem to have taken, has it?
I've tried to kill you before.
I'm guessing before they brought you into that hall, yes. There have been many times that I have been trying to figure out exactly what's going on with my Zaro. And a lot of the times I was thinking it might have been due to all the other time travelers around that place. But every time I fought you, whether I've died or you died, nothing has changed. So I eventually found out that it wasn't you doing this. I'm perfectly fine going to Blades again, though I will say I am over it at this point. And it doesn't appear to be that you have any knowledge of me, so shall we let old grudges lie?
For now. We'll see if we need to come to blows later. Until then.
You had me quite a lot in the beginning, but after I learned how you fight, things got gradually easier.
I blame the shoddy equipment. Regardless.
We're here because for a couple of reasons. One of the big ones being that we've been entering the rooms. Time seems to have been accelerating far quicker than before. It's no longer just 2-week intervals.
That's odd. For me, things have been going relatively the same, though I guess that explains why you've shown up so late.
It seems to be a year we keep missing.
Only a year. When did this happen? How many times have you spoken to me?
Looks to the others.
Last time?
Since you found out about me, how many times have you spoken to me?
I don't think we have. Have we?
Other than us setting up the deal, that was the last time we spoke.
That was the last time, yes.
That is concerning.
So you've spoken to us more times then.
I've seen you come to this room before. Though if something's happening outside of here with time, perhaps it is the future you, or... I will say this. We are currently in the 5th year of the first 10. Only 5 years remain until whatever happens, and the prince disperses. Through
There
one
have been
reason
2
or
more
another.
years that passed, or 3 at this point now.
I don't know what to say to you. I don't know why things are going as quickly as they are, unless somebody else has taken hold of this place. But I thought I was the only one that knew of it, other than you.
Look, we may not agree with each other, but I think at this point, with everything going on, I think we should probably start learning about what you know.
As
Stuff
I
we
mentioned
haven't
to you,
experienced yet.
as I mentioned to you the first time, as long as we are all on the same page of getting the prince out of this situation without him exploding, then I am on your side and I am an open book on those matters. That being said, it has to be the anomaly then. The thing that is causing him to disperse and disappear, that has to be the one speeding things up now. You said we were getting close to the end last time. I've been preparing for it. You had said we were sinking, we were falling, and I've been looking into it these long years, and I have felt that we are, at least in the most part, in the Quietmarch, as you suspected. We are far beneath where we should be. Maybe it's even that's causing this. Either way.
That?
The Quietmarch itself. Many people don't know, but I have studied this for countless times here around. The Quietmarch is deep, but it is not so deep. The Quietmarch actually, for the most part, exists on an entirely different plane than the rest of the underground. Falling into the Quietmarch is not an easy feat, but yet we're doing that. It's called the Quietmarch, not only because of, well, the fact that it is a long march underground, but it is because of how sudden the attack on the surface world was back in the day. Everything was quiet. No one saw a thing happen until it was too late. The Quietmarch is always quiet when things like these are happening. Whenever the world is set to change. At least, that's my theory. If I were to actually want to graduate from this place, maybe that'd be a good thesis.
So, Deacon,
Go ahead.
I know White put us in a temporal situation to try and unfuck something.
Mhm.
Is it safe to assume that everything going haywire might be that?
You're not sure. You're decently confident in White's abilities as a caster, especially if he's using the conduit that he used, which again is something on the same level as the orb that Blue would use. Either this was beyond his pay grade, which again, from what all of you understand, backwards time travel should not be a thing. Maybe it's beyond his pay grade, or maybe something else is fucking with it. And again, that something else could just be the Quietmarch with how powerful it is. Or it could be the third party that is apparently going after Blue.
In this place, I have your word that we're on the same side.
I do not know everything of what you are doing, Undead. But what I do know of it is that you plan on trying to aid my prince. So yes, as long as you are willing to make sure that he gets out of this alive and aid me in finding out what happened to him, we are on the same page. I plan on taking him away from here as soon as we figure things out.
Out of character, do
So-
we know that Paladin Black is undead?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're aware of that
Okay, just
from
check.
several different ways.
Yeah. It's kind of hard when you know. Yeah. Some parts are just dumb, I guess. Anyway.
They would. The only reason she knows is because she's fought you and killed you, and you've killed them.
She killed me, but then I got up and killed her anyway.
That was probably
tenacious.
a very surprising thing for them. It's like, all right, I finally killed them. Ah, fuck!
What do you mean it's bones?
You weren't breathing. What do you mean?
I never breathe.
That's my secret, Cap. I never breathe.
Fucking high five. All right.
We don't know how many cycles she's been through. She's apparently been through a
Many.
lot of them.
Many.
Yeah.
Capital
So-
M, many.
It's just a standard raid world playthrough of cycles. It's fine. So Black says, then I can tell you some things. I don't understand why these anomalies are happening. But an associate of mine sent me and the others back through time.
Sorcerer White. Correct?
Have we had this conversation before?
Not us. I have gotten the information out of some of your colleagues before. You have never been so loose-lipped.
I
But-
never had a reason to until now, I suppose.
I know several things about your future. I know exactly who did this. However, anything beyond seems to be encoded into the spell that sorcerer cast. I've not been able to get any information truly of the future other than your mission and who that person is. They call them Sorcerer White, and to be fair, it seems like that is an good name for them. They are similar to an undead, a white, or even a lich, almost. Though I doubt that that is entirely everything about them. Very powerful creature. They were able to use a extremely powerful device to essentially create a miracle. I
White.
don't sense that. In the time that I've been looking into this for all of you in these past few years, I don't feel that the Quietmarch is being affected by that spell. I think, literally, if it wasn't for that spell, we would have already went headfirst into the Quietmarch.
Then this mysterious third party.
Whatever your sorcerer is doing, I don't know what is going to happen until this spell is complete. But I believe that until the spell is complete, it is the only thing protecting us from the Quietmarch.
I'll be sure to share your appreciation of that.
Don't. Some of the ones that I've gotten the information of have told me many things, including the fact that his goal is apparently not the same as ours.
Do I know what his actual goal was? I forget.
You do not.
What do you mean? He sent me and all the others to save, well, the prince. No, did not know that at the time.
There are 3 separate factions of your people here. I've talked with all 3 of them. Some of them were sent here to just seemingly watch. Some of them, like you, wish to change something for the better. And some of them, while they will be fine with the other 2 outcomes, their third mission, if need be, is to kill the prince.
Is this someone we should worry about? I'm honestly very lost in a lot of this. You two are
What?
having conversations that are beyond our understanding.
Yes. I did not know this. But I'm not surprised by white. Always the scorched earth as the final contingency.
Cavelli is correct. None of this information we have here is any use at the moment. As long as all of you are on the same page as myself, and I doubt that that one, points over to the Coatl, would be with you if there was any other ulterior motives, then we are, again, an open book on any subject you wish.
In that case, I have a question. I'm sorry if you don't want me to ask this. She looks at Quaddle.
Go ahead.
How come she's different in terms of how people are remembering and all that kind of stuff?
I don't know what you mean. People remembering things?
Why isn't she remembered? Why isn't she affected like everyone else? Why isn't there a memory for her to remember like everyone else?
Whatever it is you're doing outside of here, I have no knowledge of. I don't know anything about people gaining their memories. I don't know anything about things of that nature. So you're barking up the wrong tree. I have not spared a thought for that dragon since they left.
Maybe that's why you haven't found your ending.
All I know is that in 5 years they disappear, same as the prince.
Curious you wouldn't find a connection between that.
I have. There have been many times that I've kidnapped her, as well as kidnapped him, to try to stop whatever happens from happening. But every time, as I mentioned the last time you were here, the second I take my eyes off of them, they're gone. It doesn't always happen the same day. It doesn't always happen the same hour, the same week. But in the 10th year, at almost seemingly random, they disappear. Well, I guess that's not entirely true. It's in a span of 3 months. I don't know why these 3 months are special. Nothing ever feels different to me. But something happens in those 3 months, and then the prince is gone.
Nothing
I
else?
don't understand is why always at the 10th year, unless something abnormal be happening by then.
Something happened to this tower. Doesn't come under siege. Doesn't explode.
No.
Burn.
Well, at some point it gets bigger.
I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that, I'm going to be honest with you. Usually sometime within the 70-year interim, the tower itself changes to actually be its namesake and reach the clouds. I believe that it has to do less with what's happening here and more to do with the other towers in the world. As we've mentioned, or as I'm sure you've heard, this tower is connected to every other tower in these lands. All over the world, this, I suppose you'd call it a superpower, is able to traverse to whichever tower they wish to go. I'm not sure exactly how many years, 30 or 40 from now, the tower goes from being just a massive school to a almost city-sized, colossal beam of stone into the sky.
Universe of mages points.
Again,
Every tower.
I have no idea why. That has nothing to do, I believe, with what's going on here, though I can't say it for certain, but I do not feel that that is relevant. Unfortunately. It would have been a great place to start.
What about the prince's dad or anything, or anyone visiting? Anything like that?
I have not seen head or tail of him. Every single time this cycle happens, have a look in to see if there's anyone coming from the other areas, anyone making their way from outside. There's not a single movement of that fool.
And
It's
the
like they're
prince
just
going
waiting at their home.
The prince being transported outside?
They go to leave occasionally, but all of us do. We all have our missions to go and do. Nothing ever too far out, usually just to go to different places to summon beasts. The prince does their best, but they are still, even up to the very last year that they have, they are very inept at making any summons. No matter how much they study right now, they motion over toward the table that has all of the equipment and things like that on there. No matter how good they believe they do, no matter how much they study, they get nowhere in 10 years. At least as far as my understanding. Perhaps they're just playing a fool. It would be interesting if that was the case.
Does anything else go missing in this tower? Anyone else?
I only have eyes for them.
Guys, I have an idea. I want you guys to either humor me or dismiss it, but I have an idea.
Go ahead.
Remember when we went into the one area and we supposedly disappeared?
Which one specifically?
The one where we met the witch.
You
Yeah,
mean
what
like
about
the
it?
fog? What about it?
Well, obviously no one came in here. And if the prince disappeared, I wonder if something like that might have been a factor. I don't think the prince would want to leave, especially with their studies, but
From what you know, from what Archenemy has said, from what all of you understand, they were trapped in this place until you let them out. The prince never left this place. So it's not like they went to like a different part of the country or anything.
like what I'm saying is, no, that wouldn't be right, would it?
I follow what you're saying, but if it had been something that was, I suppose, magical anyway, I would assume that at this point, that would have been able to be sensed, right?
I'm going to give you all a push, if you don't mind.
Alright.
Not a thing you think about inside this room will be news to me. Unless you have something new to tell me from the time you were gone, which from what you said, you've only been gone for a short while. I've already thought of everything you're going to say. Kidnapping? I've checked this entire place high and low. I've made sure that if there's anyone coming and going around those times, I know exactly who they are, and I know every bit of breath they take. When it comes to the inner workings of this place, after so many times where maybe the other schools would get involved, they don't get involved until this place gets extended. I don't know what is going on, and it pisses me off to no end. But it has to be something from here.
Wait.
If it's random and you don't seem to be able to see it, if I may posit, Paladin, those sticks you had found?
Yes. What about them?
couldn't fully understand what had happened between you, Fabio, and Hall, besides them being in less than desirable shape. But from what you had described, these were able to alter something while being noticed, right?
What?
It prevents the timeline from being cracked in half and allows us to alter it as we see fit.
And if I
All of them.
understand this correctly,
Mhm.
these were just found by the car in the treasury.
In the dorm room, we all came with a pack of 8 of them.
Are you
These seem to
sure
be
no
us.
one else has found these?
We are pretty sure somebody did, though.
Everyone. Wait a minute.
Yes.
He already pulled out the sticks to show her.
My beautiful white chalk.
You see them make their way over. As they do, they just sort of like push over Coatl. Like, hey!
Just let it happen. Just let it happen.
As they walk up, they go over towards you, Paladin Black, and as they do, they look at the chalk that you're holding in your hand.
That sorcerer of yours in the future sure knows how to conceal information. No matter how much
Yeah.
information I've gotten from the others, I've never seen or heard of these.
Impressive, considering they all had packs of 8.
What do these do?
You break one, and it allows you to alter the time stream without causing paradoxes or conflicts. It's as if it was supposed to happen as it always was.
That's
It would explain your conundrum.
dumb.
Also, I need to
It
point
would
out,
explain your conundrum.
if we haven't already said this, one of our friends, Monkio, he had his memories altered as if he were a teacher here with the draconic malady. And he's been going through the cycle as if he were like a janitor or something
I know.
since he was put in here.
I know this Monkio. I did not know that they were not here at all times. It explains why I haven't seen them lately.
It also could mean that
How many of these do you have?
He motions to the 2 in his hand.
May I have one?
Cavelli looks concerned but doesn't say anything.
If these
Why?
are the things that have been shifting my perception, that means that the culprit is one of the people you brought from the future, or whoever had taken these from them. However, I still don't know if this is what it is. If I can look into it, if I can study it, and believe me, I'll be able to study a lot more than all of you if you keep skipping through years of your lives. If I can study it and I can look to it, I might be able to figure out if that's what's happening with my memory or not.
He thinks about it. He hands one over to her.
Thank you.
They take it into her hand, and as she looks to it, she just sort of rolls it in her hand very, very gently.
Seems a lot more fragile than it looks, and it looks pretty fragile to begin with. This is on a hair trigger.
It was meant for ease of access for us. Couldn't have it be unbreakable now, especially if it was supposed to be a heat of the moment thing.
You have brought
In
me
case of
something that I
emergencies.
really wish to make my headway in checking it out.
As they walk away looking to it.
So I would ask that you finish your questioning soon, so that I can get to it.
Do you know anything about that glowing orb in the trophy room?
The glowing orb in the trophy room.
Bright blue.
Oh, the one atop the special accommodations from the headmaster.
Yes.
It's a fake, from what I can tell, though it may be similar to the one that it has been modeled after.
fake.
Yes.
Where's the real one?
I'm guessing wherever they keep those things here. If not here, then in one of the other towers.
Damn it.
Why?
If all else fails, I need it.
Hmm.
It's my contingency.
It is a fake, but it has somewhat the feeling of one of them. I'm sure you know what it is if you are talking about it. Perhaps it could be
Yes.
useful to you if you took it.
Hmm.
Especially since you can most likely get away with it just by entering another door and no one's going to stop you or chase you. I would suggest one of you that can be stealthy to do it. Because as soon as something is removed from that place, I'm guessing people will immediately be on you.
I know a bit about stealth. Been doing it all my life.
I don't know much of
No.
that orb. Again, all I know is it is fake. But it does have a power about it. Again, it was made from the thesis of the headmaster. Perhaps it is a facsimile, but there is power there.
I don't know if the facsimile's enough.
I don't
She
know where to
shrugs.
find out, right?
I don't know anything about the other. I did not even know if it was around.
Hmm. I'll be back to ask about what you found.
Give me time. Though, I guess that'd be easy for all of you.
Hmm.
If you are truly skipping through so many months and years of your time, I will not hold my breath that you can be useful to me. But I will still be kind. And just in case you can help, I will still be forthright.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Don't take it too
Okay.
bad. I just have 365 times the amount of time you have. Most likely more.
Perhaps.
Waddle, before anything. I can tell this is tough. Do you have any questions?
I don't have any questions for her. If she doesn't know what happened to me, then she's useless to me. Honestly, I don't even think they're going to be useful to us at all.
Your ego notwithstanding, the results remain to be seen.
The feeling is mutual, Dragon. They go and sit outside of the room, staring down at the piece of chalk that they have. If there's anything else, make it quick.
Block's ready to leave.
Coatle's already leaving.
Hmm.
Absolute waste of time.
Oh, there she goes.
Also, I finished my art,
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Let's
Oh,
see
hell
your
yeah.
art.
and there's text at the bottom for it.
Hey, check out my fire magic. Kyle's unconscious.
I
This
feel
isn't
like you
about her.
forgot something. I feel like you forgot something important.
I don't think so. I think
don't think I
it's
did.
fine.
You know
No.
what? If you don't remember anything, it probably didn't matter anyway.
Hold on, I got it.
Remember
I
what?
got it for you.
Oh, sorry.
W.
His belt.
W.
Wings.
There we go.
Oh!
Okay, I'll make him look cute.
Listen, you won't have to
Yeah.
draw the wings every
He's got the
time.
Naruto ones.
Just little
It's,
tiny ones. Yeah, just little tiny wings. Look at that.
It's artistic interpretation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway. No, I don't have any more questions
Some
for her.
seagulls.
So,
We're
There we
gonna
go.
assume everybody's leaving unless they have questions.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard if there's literally anything at all to ask her right now, but I can't think of nothing.
As the four of you leave after the coatl, you guys make your way back into the main room. As you do, you see the shifting shadows in front of all of you seem to speed and then slow, and you are back inside of the hallway. You are decently sure after you shut the door to Zara's room that time has shifted inside of that room.
I can't believe it was a fake. Someone has to know where they keep these treasures.
Well, one thing we do know is she has no idea what she's doing. If she has no idea what's happening outside of here, then we don't have to ask her anything about any of our companions here, including Kyle or me. And we can just go with what we were planning on doing anyway and seeing if I can sense the dragon over at the necromancy room. I'll get us out of this.
I mean, it's worth a shot.
Yes.
And then whenever we solve this before her, we'll be sure to take the prince away and not let her have any paws on her. Him, them, that.
You're saying it like
I'm
it's
upset.
arrogance.
I don't know if it's arrogance or your way of coping or whatever, but you know what? I'm for this plan. Anyone else?
I mean, ultimately, we have to go there anyway, so...
I just wish that we had a way to stop him from being captured at the 10-year mark.
Well, I don't know what she is going to do with that, if it is what you had described. The thought makes me a little antsy.
Every
I
time
wish-
she said she took her eyes off both of them, something happened at the moment.
That's because me and the prince are connected. If something terrible happens to him, something terrible will happen to me. But I guess if I die, then maybe it's worse than I think. Something that severs our connection, maybe, or something that makes him use up too much of his power.
Yeah.
And now that you're
Personally, I
here,
think-
we don't know what'll happen if that happens to him in this when the 10 mark hits. We can only hope that you're fine here.
I still feel connected, if that's what you're asking. And before, whenever I was locked in my own other form, it's because I didn't have power from him. Currently, I still feel some of the power that was given to me, but if it's gone, then I don't know. I'll probably disappear and either go back to him or maybe just, since he's not here, completely disappear. I don't know. It doesn't matter, though. Right now, the only thing that matters is getting him out.
Law.
So what can I do for you, Cabelli?
You've summoned before, right?
In a way, I suppose.
I'm just thinking, if something happens to her, you think you could try
I
to...
refuse.
Well, there you go.
Oh, sure of you.
I'm not
trying to
cheating
help,
on
you
him.
know.
Really?
Not cheating. The law... I don't think law...
I suddenly do not want to be part of whatever is happening right now. Do not include me.
I was gonna say summoning her to make sure she doesn't
Yeah,
disappear.
and that's cheating.
Oh, it's not. Is it?
You mortals
Well,
don't understand
actually-
anything.
All right.
is true.
I haven't actually been in a relationship before. I am in one, but what
There's
is
a
cheating?
slight sting as Black's just like mortals. Fuck you.
he just rolls. He's just rolling his eyes.
Using this while you can, yeah.
Using those rolls
Can you
while you
not
still
roll
have
your
them.
eyes to the back of your head? It's creepy. I'm kidding.
Anyway, let's just go. Time's wasting.
All right.
They're just stomping down the hall at this point.
Out of the way, Toledo.
Toledo just like
wanna talk to you like
shrugs
that.
as they go by, like, fuck, what?
I don't like to talk to you like that.
Yeah, Toledo, tell her off.
You see Toledo
Don't
just
do
bring
that, man.
you see Toledo bring their sleeve up and look like they're holding it at a weird angle toward them. If they had a hand, maybe they flipped them off, who knows.
But La, if you could maybe
So,
Oh no.
If I
Even
could,
if
what?
she doesn't want it, I don't want her to disappear after all this. I couldn't think of what it was be like.
Oh,
to-
she's already going. We should not let her go back.
She's not going in. I just moved her to where she was going.
Okay,
to.
all right. She's waiting there angrily. I understand what you're saying, Kabeli, but as far as I understand my ability, or anything that is concerning that, I can only do it if she agrees.
You miss the people in your world?
Oh, excuse what? I need to raise you up on Discord.com. Give me a second.
All
Can I
right,
raise-
sorry.
Can you get? There you go. Thank you.
Do you miss your world? Do you ever wonder how they must remember you, right?
I'm not sure.
I'll remember you, Law.
that
Okay.
that sounds like you think they're going to perish soon.
No,
Are you going to sacrifice me to her? What is going on here?
no,
You just hear from the other side over here was saying, it does feel like if anybody's going to die here, I think all of you are going to die at once, so.
You
like,
get
That is
used
very
to
fair.
it.
just thinking about remembering and all that, and realizing that I just there's not a lot of people in my past that I think will remember me. There's no one I want to remember, and I'm realizing how much. Let's go.
If it's any consolation, I will find it difficult to forget you,
Thank you.
if you must.
As you guys make your way toward the classroom, you do find that Monkey-O and Ha'al will take over for Kyle, taking care of Kyle, as the teacher will walk with you, going in said direction. You also take note that Dakar also seems to be interested in what's happening over here. As all of you get over into the area, you find that Dakar is standing with the Coatl. I believe that it might be good if you had a different perspective going with you. And if apparently there's some dragon stuff going on, I might be able to give some kind of aid.
So,
Thankfully, there'll be plenty of room in there if you need to be alone and think.
so I have a question about Dakar.
Hello.
No, me, Anthony, has a question about Dakar.
Hello, Anthony. What do you want?
So, do you have, where's if I have coin? That's what you sound like. Anyway.
He does. He has a lot of coin.
He's our
He
rich
has a lot of
benefactor
coin.
now.
That's our
He is
boss.
the daddy. He's the daddy of the.
He's literally our boss
How-
now, technically speaking.
So how, I'm just curious, how tall, how big is he? He's like a humanoid, or is he like a little?
He is humanoid. He is around the same size as Law, a little bit shorter than Law. So he's around, I believe Law's like 5'11", so he's like around like the 5'9" kind of height.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if Dakar was like a little kobold or like a half dragon.
Oh, no,
He's
it's not a
basically
col-
a half dragon.
Okay.
It's not a cobalt, there's Indy.
Right, I
Yeah,
remember
don't
you
worry.
showing me him. Anyway. No, I was curious. I'm like, what is this guy's bit? Anyway.
He's a really rich guy who, whenever they met him, he was trying to solve a child murder. And then now
yeah,
we all
and then
think that
things happen.
we all think that the child murder might not be a murder anymore. We might be able to save the child's.
Cool.
And now he's like a room service where he's gonna make sure there's less things in your room.
You just see Dakar as he did go to leave the others. He just flipped a glass to Ha'al to take care of Kyle, and then kept going. Ha'al's just sitting there like, why does he keep doing that? I don't understand.
He is making glass at a very snail pace.
Listen, our boy all needs to have all the money he can get for when he goes to the red light district or whatever we leave this fucking island.
We gotta
Right.
get Ha'al fucked.
All right, cool.
I mean, apparently today we've learned that the prostitutes we were searching for the friends we made along the way, but what the hell do I know?
You guys
So
go to
you're gonna
enter.
fuck them?
You guys go to enter the necromancy classroom.
Yes.
As you guys do, you step into a dark room. The lighting does change. So heads up to Lily before I blind them again.
Oh
Closing
no!
my
What would that
eyes.
ever happen to anyone?
Well, okay, I was done drawing, so I wasn't looking at like a blank paper.
As you guys would enter this somewhat dark room, you do find that there is again, it looks as if that's not been used very much in recent times. As San looks around, they're just like, well, it seems as if no one has used this room in a while. No, this is how it always looks. Because no one uses it. I'm trying to have a
Oh,
joke.
yo. Oh, my dust mites are still here.
Black just runs a finger across a surface. How thick is the dust that comes up on
Pretty
his finger?
fucking thick.
It's been like what, like at least a year?
I mean, as far as we know, like 3 years now. Maybe more.
Necromancy happens in places other than dusty crypts.
I don't have a lot of students, so I'm not in my room very often, and whenever I am in here, oddly enough, I don't think that cleaning is the highest of my priorities. That being said, I would have cleaned something in the last 3 years if I was there. Unfortunately, I don't believe I am. That being said, she looks around. I believe someone has been here. I feel magic in the air.
Oh, there are footprints on the floor.
She's just like, I feel magic in the air. Paladin Black just looks down, sees just visible footprints leading up to a desk.
I said unironically, is there?
Yeah, sure. It's funny.
Magic feeling.
He just walks up to the
Just to be clear, is there a spot in the dust where like magic has moved the dust like a pattern or anything, basically? Like
Nope.
like a starburst or
No,
anything?
you're thinking of feet on dust on ground.
It's literally, you just see what appears to be some footsteps going over to a student's pew in the lecture hall area that this place is, and you do note that the one table that it leads up to is completely devoid of dust, and the seat is got completely
Emerald.
devoid of dust as well.
That they just walk in here alone and are like, okay, I'll take out my magic aura now, and starts doing a TBZ aura around the place.
Something like that, yeah. That was what I was thinking.
So as they're talking about magic feeling, she just goes over and opens the desk up.
You make your way over toward the desk. You see that the desk itself is mostly, again, think like a college student's room, like lecture hall type of room. As you go to the desk, you find that the one of the chairs there seems to be a lot less used than the others, and one of them is just completely clean. As far as everything else, the table itself is completely cleaned off as if it is used. But other than that, there's nothing about it, nothing in it.
Do you have set seating arrangements in this place?
I believe if I were to have set seating arrangements, I would have to have enough students to care for that.
Motions to
Did you
the
at least-
slightly untouched, the clean desk and the slightly less clean desks.
Oh, someone's been here.
Also, if you want to know range seating, I sat there and I put my legs up there.
You do
'Cause I
note,
was a rebel, you see.
Cavelli, as you point to where you sat, you do point to around the same area as where Paladin Black is currently standing. Now that you guys look over to it, that is 100% the place that Zotto and Thea were sitting.
Maybe he comes in here for studying a quiet place then.
I understand that.
Oh, well, we're here. Starts examining her desk,
You just see
Thea's desk.
Dakar is just at the moment actually making a weird stardust pattern in the dust on the floor in the center of the room. It's like, oh yes, I understand that.
Good.
He's just wiping his tail around the floor, making a circle.
Just
But
saying.
yeah, Cavelli is going to go into Anthea's desk.
As I mentioned, these are
it's like a
just
pew
like
more.
these are just like pews. They're like it's like a college lecture hall.
Right, I
Uh,
misunderstood.
yeah,
Really,
yeah.
so.
It is a think of it just as like a flat tabletop.
Yeah.
Just
Like the
saying.
simulator. Anyway.
Just saying.
Of course, yes.
When it comes to other teachers and their like focuses and stuff, do any of them have anything to do with memory?
Magic that affects one's memory would be something that would affect the anatomy. To be fair, if you wanted to do something like that, you could use many different types of magic for it. This place is a form of magical study, trying to find out the limits of certain types of magic. So, just about anything could possibly do it, even a swift blow to the head. That being said, I don't believe there's any mental specialists on staff, at least in this college.
Mm.
If anything, that would be sort of me. I am the one that messes about most with mortal anatomy.
And I'm sure you didn't mess with Monkey-O's memory then.
You caught me. I am the evil
Oh, no.
mastermind.
Damn.
Can you tell if someone's memory's been touched?
I didn't tell when my own was, unfortunately, so probably not. I did
yeah, but,
feel
like,
that there was some
you
kind of
can't-
magic about, as I mentioned with whenever Law came in, but
I remember.
that is more of a sense of something being off more than just sensing that memory's been tampered with. Until that cloak got on top of me, I didn't know much of anything.
Wait, the cloak.
Until then, I was trying to silence you, Law, and take what you had.
I also remember that. You did try to stab me with my giant horse.
Okay, where's the cloak now?
Oh, he's right here.
You won't believe this.
He's right behind me.
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Toledo just waves like, "Yo, what up?"
Do I see anything in that cloak, or is it just a cloak?
For you in particular, you would see a green light emitting from it. Let me show you what they've already seen this, so I can just show it to you.
Can't remember which one's the number.
There's literally a little fairy inside.
I know that to be a fairy.
Sure.
Okay. I know that to be a fairy. But who knows how out of date I am?
Sure, you could make 2 and 2 there.
Hey, Toledo.
Why do you have a fairy wearing a cloak following her around?
It was given to me by that arch enemy that we had talked about. Perhaps not specifically, but some magic or another.
Hello, little spirit.
Wait, that was our enemy that gave you the cloak.
It waves. You do know, Law, that this creature would not be something
Yeah.
that is connected to the prince, as this is another
Yeah.
visitor. This is something like you.
It's saying it's from the magic that happened there, but I don't think it was
I'm trying to
them.
say it that because those two were about to go into that line of thinking, and I just wanted to nip that in the bud.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Hmm.
I want to nip that in the bud quickly. Can you go on top of her?
What?
Just do it
Ow,
again.
her. I'm pointing here.
Pointing where?
Waddle.
There you go. Now you're pointing.
Just,
You
like,
have
look
to
over.
use a tab tool or we don't know where you're pointing.
What are you talking about? I'm trying to sense dragon stuff.
And
Those
maybe
was-
they can help. Come on, Toledo.
Do you want to have Toledo go on to Coatl?
Yeah, go for it. Fuck it.
Coatl flies over to not Coatl flies over. Toledo flies
Get
over to
around.
Coatl, and seems to land on top of them. As they do, the Coatl is draped in this fabric that is atop them.
What are you doing?
What?
Uh-oh.
Get off her! Get off her!
So, one thing
I didn't mean to drop kick you.
one thing
We
I will
broke her.
mention, one thing I will mention to you is whenever you guys did this to Monkey O, he was out for a while, but only able to stand because he's Monkey O.
Oh, now she has the memory.
I was sitting here all of last game going like, yeah, these other two that had the same thing happen to them, like they're not affected by things for some reason.
I didn't think of Toledo.
Oh, you did the thing that we forgot happened. I did not know specifically it was Toledo helping with that. The memory thing.
I suppose, yeah, whenever that thing fell onto me, that's whenever I started remembering things.
That is
Thought
how
her
it's been
dragon
working.
powers would wake her up.
Oh, it seems that there was a miscommunication in this whole operation.
You see
Here you go.
the Coatl stand up, but you note that they are completely out of it. They are standing up because Toledo stood up.
Great news. It seems
She
that
was
but Toledo's magic may have worked. Bad news. Don't know how we are supposed to converse with that dragon now.
I screwed up. I screwed up.
Could all of you please stop screaming? I'm trying to create a communication circle.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry. I screwed up. I screwed up.
What sort of communication are you doing over here?
Yeah, he just like hears that, he just looks between all of them and just walks over.
Well, the Coatl had told all of us that they had felt some kind of dragon deep beneath this place. And if there is a dragon there, I'm sure that I would be able to sense it as well. I may not be as mystical as the Coatl is, but I am a master of magics. I thought that if I used the circles that I know and the magics I can imbue it with, I can have a line of communication inside of this room and whatever room this other being would be in.
Yes, let's do that. So sorry.
Coatl's just sitting there, just like as Toledo's walking them over, it's just like.
Black goes to.
I'm sorry,
Coatl.
Toledo.
Thank you, Toledo.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'll carry her from here.
Toledo's just looking over, like they seem to be walking just fine.
It's like, don't worry, I'm fine.
Okay.
Just like look to themselves, bring their hands
Actually, I
up,
don't know if
seem to like clench their fingers as if they're like, nah, I'm good for right now. I have
at
fingers
this,
at the moment.
I could have flipped her off for real.
What were you saying, Anthony?
Well, I was just gonna look at this dragon and be like, so how long is she going to be like this?
That one. Whenever Monkey O had came out from the trophy room and stayed with me for a while, it was around 20 to 30 minutes before he said he was feeling good. Depending on how much longer she was affected by this, which from what we know, potentially years, I give it an hour.
I wish for the cloak to do this to me when she comes to. If I can remember those encounters, maybe it will help us.
The only problem with that, as he's still just drawing with his tail onto the ground with the book in his hand, again, talking to you very actively with like his other hand. This guy is multitasking super hard and being Italian with his right hand as he's doing it.
Thank you, sir.
As he's just like, the problem with that is, from what you have said, you are not the one from the other circles of this place. You just showed up and used that strange device of yours. You may not have any memories to unlock, but supposedly it could help. Who knows? Perhaps there is
And
something locked deep within you anyway.
And even if you did, are you sure that's a good idea? Do you really want to be unconscious with us? I mean, I'm flattered if you trust us enough to take care of you, but...
There is nothing you can
That's
do.
between the three of us, we could do much.
I'm decently sure that with the undead, they would most likely not have the same
well, problems with their head as what's happening with that one. Points over the
Well, I
wall.
thought about that for a dragon, and look how right I was.
To be fair, I believe that I would probably still be conscious. I don't know what's wrong with her. The Cheerios.
Well, maybe she's a little tired.
Oh, she didn't even mention pudding.
As he's just like, again, like turning the page with his hand. There we go. I most likely can keep up a spell of this magnitude for only a short time.
Define short.
About 3 weeks.
That is short.
Well, I guess we'll have to do.
I think we
Kinda
can
looks around.
probably get enough information before then, yes.
Yeah, looks too long. Is that short?
Should be fine.
Seems a long time to me.
Your optimism is inspired.
Where are we whispering? You're on the other side.
That is odd. You see him stop and
odd?
look down toward the ground for a moment. I am not done creating my circle, but I hear them calling out to me. They must be powerful.
So you already hear it?
Yes, but
Makes sense. They've probably been trying to contact us for a while by now.
the only problem is they are, perhaps their own words would be better. They finish the circle onto the ground. I don't want to put words in something as ancient as this' mouth. As he sits down in the middle of the place, you see him for a moment go on to his upper arm. He brings the cloak that he's wearing up and exposes his shoulder. As you guys see what appears to be almost like a bald patch around their right shoulder, where there are many scales seemingly missing or like growing back in. As he does this, he goes up to it, and with his clawed hand, he rips a good chunk of scales from their shoulder. There we are.
Okay.
I was wondering if your kind still do that.
Do me a favor. They hold their hands out toward Paladin Black and over to Fabio. You have a steady hand, and you won't interact with the circle if you fly. Take them to the 5 edges and place them blood side down.
All right.
You'll do so.
I have a steady hand.
You've been doing nothing but freaking out. I'm sorry if I didn't trust you.
I'm only freaking out now because you ripped off your own scales.
I will. The next time I do blood magic, I'll allow you to help me.
You better.
You can rip off
I'm
your own
good.
fur.
I mean, so
If
I'd
you
prefer
ripped off
feathers.
your skin, you'd let me carry it, wouldn't you?
Yes, sweetie, of
Why am
course.
I purpose? Why is this conversation happening?
I have to train feathers, and it hurts when I have to.
As the two of you make your way to the different corners of the magical circle that they have written into the dust on the ground, you find that as soon as you place down each of the different scales, the circle that is, again, only written in dust immediately seems to almost look like it begins to fill with a bright blood-like consistency going all the way down each of the different markings that are made, as if it was chiseled into the ground and liquid just seems to be rising up from around it. As it gets to the entirety of the circle, it starts going inwards, going and copying the intricate designs that they put through, until finally it reaches where Dakar is sitting. As they sit there, be sure to tell me if anything interesting happens.
We will.
Oh, you're gonna
You'll
go unconscious,
know.
I see.
Dakar seems to close their eyes before a brief opening of them,
You see that where their eyes once were, a bright, almost hot pink seems to come through the eyes, a shining light, as if, again, to you, Law, like someone put a flashlight behind a marble.
Ugh.
As they shine outwards.
It has been a long while since I have spoken. To speak without pain in my throat. This is wonderful. I thank you, little dragon.
It's alright. I'm playing.
It's cool, man.
They give a thumbs up as they sleep.
It appears as if there are more there. I was only trying to speak with them. There is another dragon there as well.
Yes.
The
They
rest
could
of you,
feel.
you mortals are Millenfolk, humans, one of celestial origin. One is difficult, perhaps undead. Fascinating. And finally, a visitor. 2 visitors. Very interesting. What a diverse group. What can I do for you? What this audience has given me relief. I will.
Well, first, can you give
do
me
what
a
I
chair
can.
that doesn't squeak when I move?
Done. I'm playing. No. I unfortunately can't get you anything physical. I am without the ability to move at the moment.
I'm sorry to hear of your imprisonment.
Imprisonment is a strong and accurate word for it, though it was so long ago. I believe it is just life at this point. At
How
least
much do you know?
right to the end of it.
How much do you know about our whereabouts?
I know nothing.
What's going on with...
I know nothing of the
Alright.
area above me, except that the ones that brought me here are the ones that have settled above.
And to make a long story short, I guess, there's temporal magic going on, and it's related to a time frame. Perhaps a time frame you're familiar with?
Temporal magics. If there is a powerful temporal magic above, is it Illidan?
Illidan.
I guess not.
Do I know that name?
You do not know immediately, though perhaps it's been mentioned to you. Go ahead and give me a roll. Give me an experience check.
Here's my cool but funny dice.
You're cool but funny
I think it's
dice. I believe it's
A
over at
cool
the
but
dice tower.
silly dice.
Let's go. Oh, that was almost a 20. You saw it.
Roll me one more time because you do a fleeting.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
Roll me one more time because you do a fleeting.
Oh, fuck. Okay, thank you.
Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling. Don't give up.
Just keep rolling. Just keep
I
rolling.
guess that's a 1. No, I'm playing.
So 16.
You would know that the name Illidan is also the name of Engi Dragon.
Pretty sure I mentioned him.
Oh, yeah. Illidan.
Illidan, as in like an eel.
Illidan, the dragon of the north.
The North.
Hey,
You know of him then?
in passing, we've never had a conversation.
Shit, that's the dragon that she mentioned to us, right? looks to Lon and Fabio.
That would be so. Yeah, so now you mention it.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Is he related to any of this? I know he's been gone, but I thought he was just like doing something else. This
And what
isn't
of
something else, is
Dial's?
it?
Yowns.
Yes, they should be with Eildon.
I've only heard of the dragon as a solitary creature.
Solitary.
That's what we had heard too. We had only heard of the one dragon that goes across the realm.
Oh.
They
Then Dial's fate is likely either the same or gone. That is sad.
What do you mean?
Dial is my brother. Same as Eildon. We are of the same brood. We are family.
I could think of something that was probably used against your brother. Though, that's the theory. I don't know much. I just know that
I will hope that Dial is simply gone, moved off to another place, or at least somewhere where he does not share the same fate as me. We dragons, at least myself, Eildon, and Dial, we are some of the only eternal beings that roam these worlds. We are, at the very least, ones that should not have a natural lifespan. But unlike Dial and Eildon, I will be ending mine soon.
how
you will
come?
be ending it.
Well, ending it myself, not really, but in a short few years I will perish.
And your
What-
name is?
I am Sadira. People have called me the Amethyst Dragon.
The amethyst. Do you
I'm a s-
know? Sorry.
I assume that your imprisonment is in some form of torturous bag-like device.
A bag? No. A bag is not something that holds me. Though I do not know how I got to the place I am. I am held from head to toe in bindings. I have not been able to move even a muscle in close to a couple of 100 years now.
If we were able to release the bindings, would that
The damage is
extend
already
your
done.
time?
The damage on my
Oh.
life is already close at hand. If it were not for the fact that they were extending it, I would already be dead.
Hey,
The ones who have me here, I do not know what they are doing with me, but I am fading. I've been fading since all those hundreds of years ago.
Have they been extending your life and taking stuff from you?
I don't know. I have not been able to look upon myself. I have not been able to think upon myself. I only have very brief thoughts in my head. Those thoughts, I believe, are strong enough that I've been able to keep others of my own kind away. I think on it often. I wish that any around me any others like me would not be brought to this place. And until recently, I've been able to do so. I've been able to stop all of those would-be summoners from summoning any of my draconic brethren. Up until just a few short years ago, when the other little dragon with you was summoned.
Quaddle?
It is by my own force of will that I've been stopping all the other draconic summonings, but I was overpowered in one instance. Perhaps it is because of my weakened state, but either way.
Where can you... Is there a way for us to find you?
Again, I am very sorry. I cannot tell you anything of my plight. Whenever I was brought down here, I was not only bound but blinded. I know nothing. Yours
So we might...
are some of the only
Sorry.
voices I've heard, other than my own thoughts.
So we might know more about where you are than you do.
The only thing I can feel are the people above me. I can feel this place. And
Cool.
as I fall, as I am lost, my body will... I ask you, do you know of the stars?
Yes.
My own life is similar to the life of a star.
Huh?
I'm at the end of that life. And during that, I will briefly grow in power until I am no more. Until in all but just a moment, there will be a flash and I will be gone.
Like a star. I didn't think.
Wait, is that the explosion that happens? That Anthea mentioned?
Can't be. Wouldn't there be remnants of it in our time?
Mm.
And with how deep they are, I don't even think they're part of this.
So, dear, you truly know nothing? Not a single name of the people that have trapped you down there?
I know that they are summoners. I know that they are specialists at binding magics. And in this prison that I am in, I cannot see, but I can hear. I can feel. I am always cold. I am always thinking. But even then, it is somewhat too much for me. It would be difficult for me to explain to any of you. If a mortal were to be in the position I would be in, they would have gone mad, I believe. They would have most likely either ended it all themselves in any way or shut down entirely. The only thing keeping me awake is their extensions of my life and thoughts of my brothers.
One of your brothers. Y'all, was it? I have a feeling. My friend mentioned a bag earlier. That might be the current fate, so you might be able to find them. If that could give you any relief.
As I said, I will try my best to just think that they are gone, that they have left. I do not wish anyone to have the fate that I am having. But If they are, it does bring me comfort that someone knows potentially of their plight.
And would definitely get them out. Because the one that has that power, just say I've been in a lot more disagreements than before.
It is not a trail of thought I wish to go down. Sorry.
No. I apologize. Quaddle here. They've been feeling you for a while. Yeah, I wish they were awake, but unfortunately, I took their consciousness away from them. I apologize.
You're all saying so many strange and honestly difficult things for me to understand, but I can tell the desperation, not only in your voice, but in your movements. I do not know what I can be of service, but if you do have questions, if anything that I do have understanding of, I am here.
How much do you know of the Academy?
Like I said, unfortunately of my captors, I only know that they are summoners. As far as the Academy, if that is what is atop of me, I know that it is more vast than just the land above me. I know that it is further, much further. Similar to the circle that you all stand around, there are parts of it that are shining, parts of it that are, at least from the feeling I have, scattered throughout the worlds and interwoven to each other. But again, I doubt that that is any good information for you.
Do you? I don't know if what my friend thinks is right and you're a part of the timeline we're in, or if you're part of outside.
The fact that you
One of your
guys are talking to them here, because remember, eventually this doesn't feel like this anymore. According to Dakar, he never felt anything like this outside. So they are inside of time. They're not outside like you guys.
Right.
You guys would know that.
Okay.
So, you know you're underground.
More or less.
And we need to find the way down. Do you feel artifacts of power around you?
That is all I feel. Again, I am bound here. I have been unable to move for decades, centuries. The only thing I feel is what's holding me down. That and the cold.
Old and underground. I see.
I do not know
I-
if that is a wise idea, undead. I believe that if you make your way here, all you will do is find yourself in harm's way.
I did not come back through time to play it safe, beast.
That is not
As
what I'm
ancient and
saying
powerful
to
as you
you.
are.
I'm telling you that there are only a few short years of my life remaining. No matter if I get out or not, all you would be doing is going away from your goal. All you would be doing is endangering yourself.
I have another question. Have you ever heard of the Quietmarch?
Yes. I was one of 3 again with my brothers that have fought against the Draco Strait. We were fighting as far as we can across these lands, trying to get the dragons away. We were with the mortals. I believe that one of them in particular was my brother's best friend. That being said, we were eventually successful, thanks to the sacrifice of that mortal. We were able to push back the remaining members of the Draco Strait down into the Quietmarch, as far back as we could put them. The only issue being that the Draco Strait unfortunately left far more than destruction in their wake. They left memory. Memory of what they could do, of the power that they wielded, and of the ease that they took over the surface. For a while after that, the mortals lost faith in the good dragons on the world, the allies that they had in their fight. The simple fact that we lost just as much as them did not help. As such, these last few thousand years we have been isolated. We've been separated, and I was fit to just wait until things blew over, but that is when I was found by the summoners. Because I was off by myself, away from my brothers, away from my allies, away from anyone, I was easy pickings for them.
But you saved them.
So
This was years and years after. None of the mortals that came to me were any of the mortals that knew me. Not a single one.
You speak of the Quietmarch and you speak of a combat and well, you fought. What I know of the Quietmarch, we know of the disease, the
You talk of the
so many-
malady.
malady, yes.
The Draco Strait brought it from them, brought it with them. It is a powerful disease, but when it comes to it, it is overlooked as far as its benefits as well. It is
So-
not evil like they, at least from my understanding of it. My brothers would tell you a different story, but as much as I love them, they are fools.
Wait, so the dragons were helping against them, and
There is never full understanding about us versus them. We were invaded just as all of you were. We surface dragons, though some of us stuck with the Draco Strait. Most of us lost just as much. We didn't see them coming either. They just came out from the underground, from the Quietmarch. They attacked without warning, and they took over all of our cities. We are citizens of the surface just as you.
so without you, I guess
I believe, again, little Millen folk, we are going far off topic. I am not here for a pity party of myself, but I am glad that you are curious.
Veli's mind is wandering, but she decides not to go further because that would be talking of a future that she doesn't want a dying dragon to have as their last memories.
I'd ask one last thing of your past then.
And what would that be?
Who was this savior that died to save the world?
You speak of the one touched by the sun. I believe his name was Hadoer. A wonderful human. No, not human. Blech. A wonderful mortal. They were, again, my brother's best friend. We did not wish for them to give themselves up. We did not wish for them to die. But Hadaware, he knew that if he did not do what he did, there would be many more deaths. Instead of waiting for safety, he made his decision. He destroyed the hope that Dracostrate had. He destroyed their leader as well as their greatest power. And in doing so, the rest crumbled. He could have easily waited. He could have easily lived. But he did not wish for any more suffering, and I respect it.
Good souls usually don't. I remember this name, and yours, and your brothers. And I'll remember what you did for us all.
It is nothing. Just past. That's the same thing we told the mortals after everything happened. Whenever they were all worried about things they had lost, things that not even they knew of, they still had their future. And that's all that mattered to us.
Did I know you had something to say?
I'm trying to think of the right way to say it.
No, take your time. You have 3 weeks, apparently, with the spell.
Apparently, yeah. If I am understanding everything correctly, his great-grandson is here at the academy. And from what we understand, he will be put through something similar to you.
From what you understand, it's just grandson.
It's just grandson, my bad.
Yep.
Wait, are you sure?
Yep.
I thought that it was the king's grandfather.
Nope. Well,
Not his
it
father.
is. You are correct. My bad. My bad. You are correct. I was thinking of the father who was also. Don't worry about it. You're right. You were correct.
Yeah, no, you got it. Yeah, you're
I'm
the winner.
correct,
You
I'm
did.
correct.
Got it.
My bad.
I know you're Lord
The
Bad.
winner of the world. Gone.
I wouldn't put it as much there.
I'm kidding.
You do not know the Lord better. Turning into Satan, pointing.
Oh no, go ahead.
From
Keep going.
From what we understand, his great-grandson is currently at the academy right now. And will be put through, I believe, the same treatment as you.
What?
After you die.
How would you know this?
Time magics have allowed us to understand because we are not from the time that you are currently.
No. A mortal cannot go through what I'm going through.
He does. And he survives.
No. Not. I could not allow that. I will not allow that.
Let us help you then. Help us.
I don't know what to do. But I must do something. I don't.
From what we know, once the explosion occurs, he simply vanishes. And from what we understand, he goes through what you've been through.
Him and the Coatl disappear. The dragon here.
Within a
both
3-month period.
Someone who has been through this timeline.
Oh my god.
You okay?
Are you okay?
Something fell.
Zion just accidentally tipped over a cheap table.
Accidentally? No, that bitch did it with intent.
She did it with intent.
That wasn't that was.
Her weight kind of went off to one side, and
Aw,
it's a
big
cheap
fat
table.
baby.
Oh, you're a fat baby. Yeah.
There's a big fat idiot knocking shit over. Oh, I hear the cat. Ah. Yeah. No.
From what we
Yeah,
understand,
this
we
is
only
a
have.
very cheap table. Sorry.
I've completely lost my train of thought, so I'm gonna go with something else.
We were asking her to help us.
Yes.
Yeah.
From what we understand, we only have basically one shot at saving him from what is happening. And we don't even know if we are able to stop him from being captured.
I don't know.
How did these summoners find you? Do you understand how they tracked you?
No. One moment I was in my cave. The other, I was here.
They summoned you.
It was too quick for me to even fight back. Whatever it was planned. They were ready, waiting here for me. Before I
Mages.
even knew what happened, I was bound. I saw someone at the mouth of my cave, and then darkness. The last thing I remember were them blinding me. Before that, I did see one thing.
Well, what did you say at that point?
There was a blade.
Blade.
There was a blade that was a deep dark, a deep black. That was what they used to destroy my eyes.
Deep black blade.
Whenever I would look to it, I saw many other things around, but that blade...
Black is going to put on his big-brained thinking cap and try real hard to think if there's a black blade that hurts dragons good.
You don't know about a black blade that hurts dragons good, but you know of a black blade that is in this place.
Cool. Well, tell me.
There is a black blade that you remember the summoner handing off to one of the people that had came back into this place with you. There was a black blade known as the Obsidian Blade that one Felix seems to have here.
No. That can't be the same. Can it?
I remember seeing it. Perhaps you are out of time, you said.
I'm far from the future and the past.
If you perhaps found that blade, or if you perhaps were able to, feel something of it. Perhaps you could trace that feeling to this room.
I know who has the blade, and I will find you.
Again, I do not know if you can save me, but if you are able to find this room at the very least, you should be able to save Hadowares. There. What was I saying? What was I doing?
You were thinking about how you could help us, but I think
What?
I think that your mind is going because of what you've been through. If this is all we can get at the moment, then please rest.
You feel what appears to be a deep confusion go over them. As you do,
Dakar seems to start and shake and fall forward. Yeah! Yeah!
Are you okay?
She's being attacked.
Matt.
Something's affecting her as we speak. Something's doing something to her.
It
The
must be whatever they're
summoners must
getting
be
from
doing
her.
something.
Well, what would they possibly be doing to?
I don't know. All I know is I can't get to them. If I leave this room, we go back into that hall. Think!
The
We
Black
don't know how-
Blade.
How
I know.
But they're hurting
No
now!
idea. Mhm.
I just... Ah!
Go. Is there a door on like the opposite side of this room? Like, are there two exits,
It's
or is
just
there
a
just one
single
thing?
room. It is just one door.
And it's like an interior room, so there are no windows or anything, basically.
You can look out the window.
There is a window. We could see just how far we can get within these rooms, basically.
I will remind you, you guys have seen through doors, such as the cafeteria, and whenever you guys would walk through the threshold, you would disappear.
Mm.
Dakar seems to be racking their brain, just seemingly throwing their hand through the book that they have. Eventually, as they do this, they just slam their fist onto the ground.
I can't think of anything in particular that could help this. I don't know how we could interrupt something that is happening in the moment.
There isn't. Sayan steps forward and just puts a hand onto Dakar. Unfortunately, as soon as we leave, time will pass and they will have all of this already happened.
Isn't there one thing we have?
We do know one thing for certain. Somebody high up has to understand what is happening to this dragon.
They've captured and tormented this.
They've obviously had to pass the baton for centuries of who's been dealing with this dragon, because nobody else could be alive that long.
You'd be surprised what callous mages are capable of.
I mean, besides the king, but...
Isn't there one
go.
thing we have?
What?
That thing that... I know there's only one left, but can't that help in some way?
You're gonna have to explain what it is.
The chalk?
Ah.
And do what with it, Cavelli?
The moment we leave,
We
you'll be
don't.
stuck
We
in-
can't bring anything from this room and do something with it. That the chalk, all it does is stop things from changing. As of right now, Dakar, unless you have some kind of spell in mind, we can't help them.
Not now, but soon.
Law, can't you talk to your goddess?
I don't know if we'll do anything in time, but I could ask, I suppose.
Please do something.
Well, I'll give it a good old try.
Good old college try.
Hey, Selenel, can you help out?
No, I mean, I know you can't do
Oh, no.
anything, but I feel weird not doing anything. There is a time to pray to God, you know?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a
We'll say for this one, because you're inside of a very magical place, you're inside of a very, very strong area. We'll give you experience. Roll me experience. You've done this before.
Okay. I do seem to be keeping doing this.
You also just got a heroism. Let me give you a new heroism.
Okay,
One of
Walker.
those
I'll give you a
That's an inspiration.
17 plus my experience, which is 4.
Okay, roll me one more time because you have a fleeting.
Okay, Walker, here I go.
Okie Woker. That's too close to Wokey, which is too close to woke.
It's 17
Okey
again. Why do
chokey.
you keep getting- Okey chokey.
I swear, you keep rediscovering Okie Wokie Emerald every time.
Law, you make your way over towards the circle. As you get over with them, you sort of just stand behind where Saiyan usually does their teaching, and as you stand there, you call out. Let me. Law. Oh God, that's it. That's distorted as fuck.
You'll get there.
There we go. Ma. Hello there.
Well, now, has this been a moment?
It's been a while, I believe, for you. It's not been that long for me. I have
I
gotten
suppose we
much
would-
better at making pudding.
That is good to know. I have something to ask.
Oh, of course, anything.
I don't.
By the way,
No.
because of the circle that Law is currently on, and because it is still the active communication circle it is, all of you are hearing this.
Hello, everyone. Say
What?
to my WhatsApp call.
What is happening right now?
I
Oh,
would suppose
you
I
have
should
friends.
inform. Yes, I should be able
She
to hear you.
sounds more upbeat than I expected.
Oh, I have been rather excited lately.
What? Who are we speaking with?
Praise be to someone now.
You can speak of me as Amwale, or you can call me Selenel if you wish.
Anwale!
I'm sorry. I just said yeah. I'm not. They didn't say that.
How dare you not have that thing being said?
Yeah.
Fuck you. How dare you take that back?
Anyway,
You're
I am
Looks like
Law's
Law.
guide. I am Law's guide onto my world. Yes.
We can go deeper into that in a minute, Paladin.
Oh, a
I-
Not the
paladin.
first time they've spoken.
Which
I-
god do you
currently in,
serve?
Vasilisa.
Oh, that's wonderful. How are they doing?
we need to concentrate here.
Yes, we maybe later.
Of course.
I like how she sounds like, oh, that's adorable.
So no, in the communication circle that we're using, we were also talking to a dragon named Sadira.
Oh, you were able to contact me because of the thing you're standing on.
Correct.
I will take note of that.
you see the area below all of you shine with some sort of very brief holy energy, and then
Girl has
disperse.
taken notes.
There we are. And you said you
What?
were speaking with someone.
With a dragon, yes, one named Sadira. An amethyst dragon? The amethyst dragon?
I believe I know them, yes. Well, I know everyone that is upon the world, so yes.
You know me?
Oh yes, you are Cavelli.
We're speaking to the creator god of the planet. Of course she knows you. Me
I would
and-
not say creator. I barely did anything, to be fair.
Anyway, no. Focus. I'm sorry. I'm
That
sorry.
dragon seems to be currently in pain. Something is happening to them. I was asked.
Yes, it does seem that their time is short. Hmm.
At least for this, is there anything that we could ask you to help with in order to at least stop this magic for a moment or any other such sort?
You tied us to them. Anything.
Unfortunately, just the same as the last time you talked to me about different beings and things here, I do not see what you all see. I cannot affect what you all see as well, and unfortunately, I do not know exactly what I can do to aid, though I do find something amiss with you, something different than the last time I spoke with you.
What is different?
You have with you the power of change. If you would like, I could change something for you. But I would have to use that.
Oh.
The chalk.
Might not have a lot of loops left. This might be the only chance.
If we can save her, if this can help us save him, then I will sacrifice anything.
You are brave. I'm not sure if I can get everything you wish, but I will do my best. I owe them as much as well.
Anything, please, Linnell.
May I have that power of change you hold? Can you offer it to me?
He absolutely just kneels and offers it up like he's offering something to an altar.
You find as you kneel down, very similarly, there is a shine coming upon the armor that you wield, and for a moment, just a brief moment, all of you see a completely different person kneeling in front of you. You guys see a completely just full skeleton, like full skeletal figure in front of you.
Got his bones.
As they hold up the little chalk of change that we have, it seems to shine off in a bit of a small light, and then, okay, I should be able to. Yes. You will have to take care of this from now. You will have to figure out a way to use what I do for you. But as long as this exists, then she will exist.
Some sort of connection or conduit is what you're saying here?
You find that the chalk seems to rise up into the air. As it does, it begins to break. As it breaks, once more, you see the entire area in this place, which, by the way, is now going to destroy the necromancy classroom. The necromancy classroom is now out of time.
Well, it's finally the class that no one will be able to take ever again.
As you guys see this thing rise up into the air, you see it change, floating and molding in front of you until you see not a piece of chalk, but what appears to be almost a star made out of amethyst. As this star, this large object seems to float in front of you for a moment, there's a crack, and another, and another, and another, as it appears to fall into 5 different pieces. As these 5 pieces crack outward, they seem to float down in front of Fabio, La, Cuvelli, the Paladin, and Dakar.
As they float there for a moment, there is almost a wind, or almost a lack of wind even, you would think of, Law, as this place seems to almost become a vacuum for just a moment, as all of your clothing, all of the area, the dust especially, just seems to lift and expand outward for just a moment and then collapse inward on itself, as the amethyst, the floating in front of each of you, shines outward, very similarly to how Dakar's eyes were shining before. I believe I'm able to save their essence this way. And because of this power of change you hold, it should not affect too much, but as long as you are able to somehow find a way to move even one of these somewhere and revive them, they should live.
Live.
Whatever it
Dakar
takes.
reaches out and takes his into his hand. I will leave it with the five of you. As long as one of them are able to get through, then perhaps they will be saved.
One of them. Why is it split then?
It's better to have 5 chances in a place like this. They can, like anything else, be destroyed, stolen, lost. But if there are 5, then there will always be the chance of another being found or another being used to help them.
Enough chances to increase the chances they might live.
It is not,
That's
unfortunately, my ability to bring them back. I do not have that power. I've never had anything similar to that, but what I do have is, I suppose, thanks to that power of change, a small amount of hope that something
the
can
possibility.
persist. I also attempted to quiet them. They appeared to be in pain, and I did everything that I could to lessen it. Unfortunately, their pain will persist. I do not believe that they will wake up before it is their time to leave. So I moved everything I could into these.
Takes a good look. Kinda grips, but of course not too hard.
Fabio will bring out his lockbox and put the crystal shard into it. He's had since we had the
The lockbox!
The lockbox has come back around!
Yeah, Black will take that shard from them. Just keep it somewhere safe.
Put it in your sock. I'm playing.
But she always said that you were good. Compassionate.
Oh, really? I never was able to speak with any god, anything other than myself. I've always been here, so it's good to know that someone who has done so much had faith that I was doing something.
You always had faith in you. You made our world, after all.
I want to say something to you.
Go ahead.
Thanks for introducing us to Law. It's been great.
Oh,
I like
well,
law too. I may not have any power in the world where we are, but I am glad that I'm able to reach out
It's been fun.
Well, now that I've heard your voice, I guess I have faith in you now. I used to be agnostic. Kinda hard to do that right now.
The audacity
Really
of
hard
that.
to do that right now.
I love the idea that in your thought of history, whenever everybody else is like, the god of the sun gave power to the sun touched, and they had like basically Super Saiyan their way into destroying the evil. You're
it was
just
a
like,
chemical reaction.
There was probably an explosion or something. It was probably like a volcano. Who knows?
I like to think you do it in like the Elder Scrolls way, where it's like, no, gods might be real, I just don't believe in them. I don't think they're this that kind of
Just
clown.
not having a patron god, basically.
Like, the way I mentalize it is that because Cavelli's been kind of away from everything, here's the stories, and it's like, oh, that either happened or it didn't happen. I don't really believe the words of people, but she'll believe the words of, the gods themselves.
I've spoken to God, and God seems chill. You know what? I guess I will.
Yeah, like Kaiba, Cavelli's like, I think I'll take the sides.
It's so funny that Law has basically the power to just create a new religion, and people will follow him because he's speaking to an actual goddess.
No, it's the old religion.
Yeah.
People just don't
I
follow
did
it.
not invent anything.
People know that Amwile and
But
Selenel
you-
are gods. They just don't ever do anything with it.
They just think
it's
she's
gonna be
safe because
funny.
they can't talk to her.
Law's new religion, instead of fish on Sunday, it's corn dogs on Sunday and pudding on Saturdays.
The things I'd like to ask you, but we do not have the time, and all the irony of that phrase is.
And from the way you expect things to be destroyed, we have people to look out for, don't we?
I don't know what all I can say in these situations, to be fair. To me, years, months, all the time that Law has been here has been a quick experience for me. I do not really see things in the linear form that you do as well, but I suppose that the best I can say is I am happy to have spoke to you. And if I'm able to do so in the future again, that will be great. But at the moment, I just hope that whatever it is you're doing, you are able to accomplish. I'm sorry that it might sound as if I am indifferent to it. I'm just happy to speak with people and to change small things that I can.
I doubt there are any in this world that could think less of you.
Well, I will perform one last thing before I go. This place, it's difficult to speak through despite having as much magic as it is. I believe that without that circle beneath you, it would be impossible.
Thank you.
Hey, you're conscious.
Here you go. I hope that all of you, well, I hope that all of everything you are accomplishing goes well.
You feel the sense of togetherness that you had slowly ebb away, and you find that similarly to the amethyst gems that have floated in front of each of you, a small little mote of light appears in front of all of you. As it does, you see what appears to be a basic-ass sugar cookie appear in front of each of you.
She's evolved to sugar cookies.
What is this?
Confusingly takes this, but
Eagerly
rat-
takes it.
This is a rather hard bread, but it's from the goddess.
You see Toledo. There are two in front of Toledo, and they just take them both.
Toledo's like,
see.
sweet, Quincy's.
Sees
Two
what
for
Toledo's
me.
doing. No, that one's for her.
Toledo motions to themselves. They're still wearing her.
Yeah, it's,
They then point to their hood. They don't have a mouth.
yeah. Sorry, Toledo.
Let them have it.
Is it a gift I should consume, or is it sacrilege?
You eat it.
Mm,
Oh shit, is it sacrilege?
I don't eat
Oh.
it. He bites into it. Can he even eat it?
If
it's
it's
pre- yeah, it's pretty
sacrilege, this is delicious.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's nothing amazingly special, but it did come from a god.
God,
This might-
sugar cookie.
I don't think you understand, Nico. This might be the most special thing he's ever eaten.
Yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah.
I will say this is the most mediocre divine experience you've ever had, but it's great. This
I think I
is
need a.
this is the closest you've ever gotten to any god other than your own.
I'd like to think that
It's
all
an
of them were
extremely
sugar-
passable sugar cookie, I will say.
I don't think you've ever been able to have casual conversation with your god
Okay,
either.
okay.
Oh, they have.
My idea to make Law comfortable, all of them were in Christmas shapes, but only Law understands
No,
the Christmas shapes.
I'm already comfortable. I'm just sitting here like, sweet. She's been keeping up.
They were literally just like little circles with like, as you look to each of them, they had like a little design in them that Black only you would be able to notice is an old alphabet.
What letter does mine say?
Whatever is the first letter of your actual name.
She truly does know.
She knows, I fucking don't.
Whenever you said that, I thought you said Anthony.
It just says Anthony on it.
Who is that?
But no, it has like an F.
Yeah.
It has like the equivalent of an F for Fabio, the equivalent of an L for Law. Like it's just like little alphabet like characters, like very old alphabet characters of each of their names.
Oh, I think it might be the first letter of our names.
Oh.
Eat instantly.
And now it's
Oh.
gone, so none of us can
there
think
was-
on it.
As Gavelli Reators. Oh, there was a design on it.
What's the alphabet?
Now I know. Well, not like I can read the alphabet anyway. Kicks feet.
I was planning on, if that did not do anything, I was going to stay here. I was going to wait it out until I no longer felt that they were being actively attacked, but it seems as soon as this was made, I no longer have a connection with what is below us.
We will find her, Dakar. We will free her.
We have her right here.
We've already
From what I
found her,
feel-
I believe.
From what I feel, they are no longer calling out to anyone. Whatever is remaining down there, while it is the rest of her, I believe it to be nothing more than a husk at this point.
Let
We'll
The
find
goddess did a great good for her. But unfortunately now that does mean that we have no idea what is going to happen. But from what they seem to say, they are the reason that things happen. If they're going to go out like a star, like they said, according to theory at least, that means they're going to release a massive amount of energy.
I'm still comprehending that stars die.
Everything does.
Everything dies, and then the cycle of life continues with
So-
rebirth
Yeah,
and
but,
life,
like,
and then
Are you
death
sure
again.
you're not a necromancer?
Stars? Stars, the bright things in the sky, they die?
Yes.
With passion.
Everything.
Mhm.
So then, what we need to do now is find whoever has that sword, so we can trace it.
His
And
name is.
there's a Wait, then and hope that one of the doors here leads to it?
There
will
were the
say
people
this.
that came with us.
I will say this. I doubt we should look for them.
Hmm.
I think we should look for the sword itself. According to what happened before with those things that you had taken from the student dorms, he says, knowing that he's the one that took them, most likely as soon as we lay our hands on it, it will just be the same as those. They disappeared from your grasp, remember? So, just like all the other things that came from the future, they most likely were taken by someone. We need to find where it is. If we do, perhaps we can get more information. Also,
Well,
you all had talked somewhat about going to the library to speak with another person.
yeah.
That much is
Also,
true.
The snooping is something I can do. I've been kind of getting bored. Oh, by the way, here's your tie back, Law.
What?
But there was a moment earlier. I'm gonna mention this now. There was a moment earlier where I moved Cavelli's token close to Law and then put it back. In my mind, that was Cavelli taking Law's tie because it was at that point where she was like, "I have sturdy fingers," and she decided to prove it. And ever since then, I've had the tie.
Can't really. Next time you can ask for my tie. He's like angrily tying it back up.
I was really upset.
Use my pen next time. The ones you seem to like to steal.
You see,
I like it.
Toledo. You see the Toledo trying to put the cookie in the Coatle's mouth.
Not yet, not
Okay.
yet. Save it.
We find the
Getting crumbs
blade.
everywhere.
We find them. And the treasury.
If I'm able to see this blade of yours, I should be able to find it. I have several
Good.
spells that can do so.
The obsidian blade is difficult to miss.
Meaning, wait a minute, shouldn't that also work on Zorro when he disappears? As like a last resort?
When it comes to individuals, it's a little bit rougher. They have their own wills and their own defenses. But I could try. When it comes to items, they're usually a lot more cooperating. Cooperative.
What if it's Zong wear items on him, clothing?
I could most likely be able to see something that way, yes. And I believe that that cloak of his, that very unique robe of his should be easy to track. As long as it doesn't have too many defenses on it.
We can only pray at this point. But
Black, I will say this one last thing as well before we get off of this subject. Would you like to roll me for your experience, please? I will say instinct. It's the same roll, but roll me instinct, please.
yeah, sure. Let me just grab some stuff.
Can
'Cause
they
I wanna-
have
I wanna
a
see
plus
if I can-
because of a goddess cookie.
Sure, +1.
Actually,
Well, I have
I
a
was
possibility
thinking
of
that
this.
the cookie would. Wait, you can only do 3 of them.
Oh! Only 3, like, total of these things?
Yeah, 3 at a
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, that's right.
That makes sense. And then when these ones don't have a number, they're not used up, so you can take them back.
So plus
only
one,
the-
so
only the
plus
heroes.
3, hero, double, plus 3 is...
I mean, +9, I believe.
Yeah, instinct is 3, heroes double, then nothing. Yeah, 9. Cool.
Black,
I'll
I
roll
just
the
wanted to
thing.
see if I can help you put 2 and 2 together here.
Okay. So do I...
You would note that whenever
He
you're
hasn't rolled
thinking...
yet.
What was that?
He hasn't rolled yet.
you.
Oh, I saw a 17 in there. Oh, never mind.
That was not...
My B. Roll again.
Yeah.
Roll your silly dice.
Oh.
Roll that silly dice. I
Sure.
thought that was a 26. You see.
Maybe it still can
Oh,
be.
instead it's just a
25.
mediocre 25. Roll me another one.
I
If you have a fleeting.
I have like a bunch of plus, but like bonus fucking
Mediocre
+1 dice.
25.
Oh, good. How
All right.
dare you just roll 25?
I was trying to
Don't
help you
tempt
put
me.
two and two
I'll
together.
use them. Don't
Uh,
be fucking.
I will say one thing you would take note of is that when it comes to the place that they're apparently talking about, they said that before they lost their eyesight, they were able to be seen around many things. There were a lot of things around them whenever that was going
A
down,
lot of
including that
things.
blade. And one thing you know is eventually that blade gets into the hands of Blue, who again gives it away. But if that is the case, they're most likely in some kind of a treasury. And if they're in some kind of a treasury, something else should be there.
A few potentially a few different things should be in a treasury.
A few different things that you potentially might know about, and potentially might be able to either give good explanations of or show Dakar here.
Your magic works if you understand what an item looks like.
I have to have a facsimile of how it feels or how it looks, yes. I need to be able to differentiate it among others. The more unique the item, the easier it is for me.
We go into the trophy room.
Need my help?
I was just gonna break the glass open, but
According to Anthea, the moment something leaves the trophy cases, something will be on you guys, which is why they said potentially having somebody stealth around. But that's up to you guys.
it would be a
Big character. I don't think
valid.
breaking the glass is a good idea. Remember what she said.
I'll just break the right. Never mind.
Come on,
Yes.
we can have some bonding time.
Do you guys want to attempt to make your way out of the room?
Yeah.
Allow me
Feeding a bird like that before.
allow me to quickly break this room real quick.
Kidding.
We just wanna go
Yay!
It's broken now. It's outside
We'll
of time.
be right back.
Okay.
As you guys make your way out, cookies in hand to those of you that didn't eat them yet, you guys find stepping out into the hall, once again, the shifting of the people in front of you, once more going relatively quickly throughout the area there. As you see them traverse and as you see them move, Black, you in particular would again be able to tell exactly which directions that certain beings are. Currently, you are locked onto the energy of the prince. You would note that as far as the prince is concerned, if you guys care about it, they are currently here. And you don't have anybody else locked onto, but you do know that apparently the person that you were looking for, at least the one that you guys think might have some way of gaining some information on this place, is in the library. And of course, there's the trophy hall, which will be the place to get the item that you're potentially thinking on. Those are currently 3 places that are of interest. You guys can also go to the final door here and see if there's anything there, or look further down the hall and see if there's anything going on that way. But currently,
Of course.
can't really see anything
I will
going that
go
way.
here.
Of course.
Kidding.
By the way,
Why
whenever
do
you
always
guys
go back to the voicemail
whenever
from?
you guys would come out of here, you guys would see Monkey-O and Hall. They are currently standing with Kael. Kael is standing and is somewhat just sort of like, I'm fine, everything's fine.
Doing
You would
okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good. They appear to still be
Alright.
in some level still of some inebriation, but they are able to be conscious.
They're still a little inebriated. I'll have to work my charm later. Or do you want the glass? You know what? Maybe you don't want me to rock your world.
Were you two having a thing at that moment, or I don't fully understand what was happening there?
I don't know. I was trying a teasing thing. It didn't work. I'm just.
Okay, all right, goodbye.
They're just like
God,
looking
it's-
like into space, like what?
It's like watching, it's like watching a
How
house
did
fire.
Sayan react to all that goddess bullshit that
She
just
is
happened?
currently, as she has walked out of here, she is still staring at her cookie.
That's the
yeah.
Black just leans over. That's the letter S.
Yeah, Mikhail, Kyle, I'm religious now. That okay?
Yeah, it seems fine to me. Okay. Smile and nod,
Jeez.
Hall. Smile and nod.
Hey, Kyle, you didn't reply.
What?
I'm religious now. That okay?
Leave her alone. She isn't in her right mind at the moment.
For the love of the gods,
Hey,
it is like watching a village burn down.
Are you going into the trophy hall, Cavelli?
Not going in, just waiting outside the door because I have to go with the.
Okay. I don't like doing this typically, but the prince is there, points to the training ground. I don't know what Anthea has found in the time we've been gone. The library door is there, I believe, and Dakar's magic is needed for something in the trophy room.
I'm not needed in the
Not
trophy
much is
room
correct.
itself. As long as you retrieve the item, I should be able to use whatever it is I could be doing with it.
Then you can stay here.
Potentially would be best if what you all said and Thea said is true. There could be some dangers there that I am not fully prepared for. My magics, while they are vast and powerful, are on the long side for preparation.
Understandable. If there is something in our way, it will not for long. Whose skeleton
Hello,
is that?
Buckeye. Hello, Buckeye. It's been a
No,
moment.
What am I doing? So what's your story? I speak undead. What is he saying, Dika? Fuck you.
He's saying, he's like, hi, I came into being. I've just been chilling.
I'm pretty dumb. Yeah, I'm pretty dumb.
This is, from what you can tell, very much from what Saiyan at least had said before as well, this is a purified undead, meaning that this is a undead that does not have any grudges, meaning that this is an undead that is not going to go out and just start going on a rampage because of any past problems that's going on. This is essentially a new being, something that did not live before and is only given life thanks to a summon.
Like,
I
bro,
hope you're enjoying your existence as it is.
Currently I'm having a perfectly fine time. I don't really know what all to be doing. I wish to defend as well as I can with my spear, but even there is lacking.
Give it time. You will find your purpose.
Thank you, kind sir.
Of course.
I hope you're having a good conversation between you two.
What, you can't? He just looks at you. What, you can't understand him?
Give it time. I'm sure my master will be able to understand me in due time.
Oh, it's one of those situations, I see. Yes, it will happen in time.
I mean, I know
It's
it,
like
but
listening in
it's a
on
private
gossip that I
conversation.
can't understand.
Your summon is very grateful for his existence, but is a little lost. But he will find it.
Oh, if it
In
makes
any
him feel
case.
better, I'm also lost.
Bobby, look at this little guy. Can you talk?
Can it talk? So what 30-page conversation did he just say with that screech?
It sounded like a bat. No, it sounded like an owl. It sounded like an owl.
Yeah, it sounded like an owl. Or like a bat, an owl bat.
I think your owl is content. I don't understand how owls speak. So I hear a who. I just hear a gurgling screech.
Okay, I think I
Yep,
know
that's
this
an
one.
owl.
I want to eat a mouse.
No. Okay. Anyway,
You can thank me later.
I'm going in that room with Cavelli. I don't know what the rest of you plan to do.
Should we go find that one person in the library then? See what we can get
Well,
from
we
there?
have that, but if we want to be able to track the prince, then I believe that should be a decent priority. We don't know how fast time is going. However, I don't know how we're going to convince him to just let go of the cloak.
Why not say it's...
reverse psychology. I don't know what that is. I heard of it before.
He just takes a deep breath and sighs.
It's up to you guys. Tell me where all you wish to go, and we will set you forth on your adventure. You can all go to the same place if you wish. You can all go to different places if you wish. It does not matter.
We should all steal stuff.
I personally want to finish clearing out some of these rooms, because we don't know what's behind this area yet.
As I had mentioned to you guys before, going forward throughout this hall, it doesn't look like there are any shadows going to any rooms back here. That doesn't mean that there aren't any rooms back here. It just means that the majority of the people here probably don't go to these rooms.
Yeah. But
And again, there's still
we're
this
at any
door
point
here that-
trying to find, yeah.
Actually,
If we're at any point trying to find some of like the things that go deeper in, the places where people are less likely to go will probably be a sure bet for those kinds of things. Is my guess.
Potentially.
So I'll try to give it a try. If no one ever hears from me, you know.
You want to go into one of these random doors back here?
Yeah. Let's take one of these random doors.
There are, from what the spacings look like, there are maybe 4 doors remaining in this section.
Okay.
would the mage like a physical boy to go with them?
I hope I don't have to be beat there. I should be fine. I hope no one beats me to death.
I mean, I'm just saying, if we don't see many other like ghosties going this way, it could mean they are off limits places. Meaning it could be dangerous for you to be there alone and caught by any other mages.
Dude,
or,
I
like...
will just leave the door that I came in through.
There we go. Bring
Okie
Buckeye, Toledo, you're good.
Alrighty.
This is where you guys think there are. Oop. All right, which one of these 4 doors would you like to go into?
The following from my guesses. Let's try this door.
Let me check my map. Yeah, sure.
Okie dokie.
And what about you, Fabio? Where would you like to go?
You go to the boys' bathroom.
The fact
haven't
of the
used the
matter
bathroom.
is, I don't think I need to yet. But the fact of the matter is, Fabio does not think it's a good idea if he goes talk to the one person alone in the library, because he won't know everything to ask them.
Mm-hmm.
So since Law has gone off on his own to find a new room, Fabio will also go off on his own with his little guide to figure out the final room that's up here.
Okay. Let me make sure that I am correct. Yes. Okay.
Imagine I go through the most dangerous one.
First things first, we're going to go to the trophy hall.
Theft. Woo!
As you guys make your way here, I don't expect this to take that long with Cavelli here. As you guys make your way in, especially with Black here to point out the thing that they want you to take instead of you having to be like, what was it again? The big thing here that I would like to know from the two of you, as you enter this trophy hall, I'm guessing you wait to do much of anything until the coast is somewhat clear. But as you would make your way through the trophy hall, you would point out to Cavelli what appears to be this large glass sphere that is atop of one of the plaques inside of the trophy case. As you do this, Paladin Black, I'm sure that you would at this point either stay right beside of them, which would completely go against the stealth, or go over toward one of the doors to make a hasty retreat. Which one are you doing?
I don't want to ruin the stealth, so I'm just gonna be in between the door and them, depending on what's about to happen.
Sounds good. Sounds good. And
Far enough
Cavelli,
away not to arouse
Notice
suspicion.
that without the others around and anyone to talk to, Cavelli has a much more focused expression. She hasn't really talked much as they went into the room. She just kept eyeing the object you pointed at, and as soon as she's ready, she goes for it.
I would like you to roll me technique to open the trophy case first off.
Okay, I think I want to put some stuff to this. I think I'll put 3 stuffs to this.
3
That sounds
Awunities?
important. That's more than 2 Awunities.
That's more Awunities. Holy crap.
Oh,
Go ahead and give me... Oh, no, you don't have anything else.
uh-oh.
How many of these dice can I give to
5,
somebody?
6, plus 2, that is 8, plus your 5, that is 13. Again, you can use up to 3 dice. Any person can use up to 3 dice.
Any dice.
Yep. Well, at this point, since the roll has been made, you need to use your plus minus dice, if you have them. Those
Okay.
are those
Yeah,
are the
so
those are the
fucking
minus
easy.
ones.
I know. I know. I was
You're
kidding.
doing so good. You're doing so good.
It's like I want them to fail.
I want funny noises.
Let them die.
Go ahead and roll it.
Oh wait, I'm not supposed to roll. You're supposed to roll it.
Nope, you roll
Maybe
it.
I should roll it.
That's a 4. That would change that from a 13 to a 17.
I
Develop.
don't know, the DC is fucking 20.
You use your little millenfolk claws. You begin to work at the somewhat basic lock that is the trophy case, and you do find that there is eventually a click that allows you to open it up.
Slowly and gently. Little nervous at first, but as soon as she gets a rhythm, goes back to the confidence. Make sure to look around. Make sure
Roll me for your
there's
focus.
enough. All right. Let's hope it's better than the last roll. It's better. My focus is +2. I got exactly
Black,
the
I would like
same.
you to also give me a focus.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I have these. I should spend these. Shit. All right, 1
That's what they're for.
away. 17 plus my statistic of focus, which is it's a 19 total.
Black, you find that whenever Cavelli opens up the case and takes the orb into their hand, you find that it's a lot clearer of a color than you remember it.
What I remember it being in the case before.
Whenever you looked at it before, when it was in the case, it looked a lot more blue than it does currently. It still
It's
looks somewhat
trans-
blue.
But not nearly as blue.
It is not like the sapphire blue that it was before.
Don't know if I like that.
Cavelli, you go to close the case. I'm gonna roll to see about these precautionary things that may or may not jump out at you. Unlucky number 13.
Lucky for us in the tower.
13, 13, 13, 13 was this Kingdom Hearts.
So
That came from the heart.
So far,
Like,
nothing seems to go after you, Cavelli.
oh, I was dragging something over here. Don't know if this minus size count for that.
Potentially, yeah, but I will say that higher is probably better in this case.
So I should grab a blue one.
No, you're nothing seems to be going after Cavelli.
Okay, that's fine then.
Again, according to Anthea, whatever happened should have immediately happened as soon as something got brought out from there.
We'll silently go to Paladin Black, kind of show the orb, not say anything, but show it.
The moment you start walking towards him, he's gonna motion to just walk out the fucking door.
Gives a nod.
The two of you will make your way out. As you do, you will find that the area behind you seems to shift, just like you always do whenever things open and close. You guys have successfully did a steal. There was nothing
was
weird
my
at
best
all
work.
going on. Just did a steal. Did one of them good
Nothing
steals.
weird ever happens.
Paladin Black asked for the orb.
Yeah, here you go. Sorry it wasn't one of my best jobs. Haven't done one in a while.
You did perfectly fine. Examines the orb.
Black, as you look to the orb, once again, you feel that it has a sense of the same kind of magic as you remember it. It does give you a familiar sense to it, meaning that it definitely was somewhat, at least from what you can tell, the same thing that was in that place. That being said, again, it's just discolored.
Why is it discolored?
What color should it be?
Deeper blue, like a sapphire.
Or an amethyst?
Amethysts are purple. But yes.
Shit.
Oh gosh, he's
I think I'm
colorblind.
colorblind.
Poor Lily.
Why do you do this to your own characters?
Black.
Yeah, it's the character that's going through it right now. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Black, would you like to roll me for your instinct, please?
I love rolling for my instincts.
That's the instinct is like, in this world, they are blue. I know.
You're okay, Lily. You're okay.
You're good. Don't worry
It's
about
okay. We forgive you, even though it wasn't. You're
Ooh.
fine.
it. Okay.
So Amethyst from Steven Universe is purple?
Yes.
Yes.
I have bad
Oh my
news.
God.
Yeah.
10. So that was a 6.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you
It's like
actually
very
not know
purple.
that was a meme?
I
17,
did
18,
not
19,
know
so
that.
19 altogether?
I'm gonna kill
Yes.
myself.
You find that as you look to it, you immediately understand why it's familiar to you. It does not feel like it did the last time you saw it, but there is still a familiar magic about it. You can feel Blue's magic on this thing, but it is not the same item you saw whenever you had went to the trophy room before.
This-
Someone else must have gotten in there and stole it before you guys.
Damn it.
Rascal.
Damn it. The car!
You're very angry. What's going on?
Quickly. Someone got to it before me.
He takes the orb into his hands. So this is what one of... No, you are correct. This is a artificial one.
It has the same magic as the orb. The other one, the facsimile. Hurry.
1 second.
Hmm.
Monkey O makes their way forward. Couldn't help but overhear things. I actually cleaned that trophy case quite a bit whenever I was working there. And I know quite a lot about things like this. The thing that was in that case was a recreation of one of those, origin gems that we were told about. Those origin crag. From what I know, it was the entirety of, the headmaster's here, an entire study to make something like that. This, if it isn't what it is, it's still very crazy that it was made even how it is. What are you saying then? I'm saying that one doesn't just make one of these. This, from what I can see and from what both of you are saying, has similar magics to it, right? And I mean, if anybody who walked by it would have noticed it was off, they would have immediately seen something. But you're saying that whoever replaced this literally just created a new one? So they have that power to be the equal of the headmaster? I think so, yeah.
Or they are the headmaster, I don't know.
Or they are the headmaster. Understood. All right. He looks to it. Either way, it should be able to work. I know what it's supposed to be, and I know it's supposed to look different, but I should be able to use this to find it.
So we're not going to go to the headmasters and try and steal from them?
I'm fine with that. We can go do that. I don't think it is necessary. This should be plenty enough.
All I know is that this magic is exactly the same as the prince's. It should work.
Interesting. Dakar takes it off. He begins to start to examine it. He is holding it in one hand, looking to the book with the other, and then like turning the pages with his tail. As he is starting to go on it, we're going to make our way to Law real quick.
Up.
Law, funnily enough,
Yeah.
you open up the door, and as you do, you find yourself in a large circular room, potentially up at the top of the tower or near like where the top should be from what you can see on the outside. You find that in this room there are books lining every bit of the walls. There's a ladder that would take you to the higher books. It looks for a second like it could be a library until you see the central figure of this place. You see a large desk sitting in the very center of this with a single chair on one side and a couple on the other. You find that you are in the headmaster's office.
Oh, I see.
The master of giving head.
Yeah.
So we've heard.
As you make your way into here, that is the first thing on your brain.
I had to go to the bathroom, but yeah, that was very funny.
Just like checking around, like, am I alone? Is there anyone else in here?
There does not appear to be anyone here.
Okay.
Except for them. The creature.
The creatures. Okay. Is there anything just kind of looking around that kind of strikes of note?
Other than the desk that's here in the center of the area, you do find that surrounding the area once again are the large, seemingly big bookshelves, again, with the ladders that seem to go all the way to the top. Upon looking up toward these ladders and toward the higher books here, would you like to give me a focus check, please?
Yes, Captain?
Is that the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
I don't think so.
You're funny people.
I'm glad that I have
little
my
guys.
two beautiful creatures to defend me from whatever the fuck that the Maiska was supposed to do. 9.
9 plus your 4. Also, roll me one more time, please.
Yes, Captain.
That is 13 altogether.
You didn't see me fail at tower. 14.
That is 18 altogether.
That's a bigger number.
It wasn't going to be this, but I think it's extremely funny. You look up as you do see what appears to be the Lord of the Rings trilogy up at the top.
Oh my god, is that the fucking Lord of the Rings trilogy?
You look up to the top, and as you start seeing the books that rise upward and upward into the air, you do find around the top shelf of this area seem to be books that you recognize. You see a bunch of different kind of books that appear to be great works of fiction from your world. You see things that have notable authors, such as, again, J.R.R. Tolkien. You see what appears to be works of William Shakespeare. You see what appears to be works of, again, just large amounts of books of authors and seemingly people that you recognize.
Dune, Don Quixote, The Hunchback of Notre Dame, The Three Musketeers, Frankenstein. That's a good one.
All pieces here. That's not correct. Okay. Now I gotta snoop around this dude's room before I get caught and killed.
Hey, Mr. Rob.
All right.
I will say, when you look up toward all of these different books and when you look up toward all of the things up there, it does look as if the ladder is positioned to a point where it does go all the way up toward the top, toward those sections.
That's really tall. Checking the desk if I can get closer to it.
You make your way over to the desk. As you do, you find that heading over toward it, there is a large chair behind the desk that seems to be padded, very similar to a certain chair. There appears to I'm sorry. There appears to be a very nice padded chair looking as if it almost belongs to royalty behind here. Whenever you look to it and you go to look as if you begin to sit in it, it is much larger than one man should need. That being said, it is extremely comfortable. To those people who would be looking at this that aren't law, it looks like a certain chair that I always get depicted in arts. That being said,
Oh my god, it's the chair.
as you look to it and you turn toward the actual desk, you do see that there are apparently 6 drawers in this desk. Each of them look as if they're locked. That being said, the very top drawer in the top right appears to be somewhat ajar.
Can I check that?
You make your way to it, you bring your hand toward it, and you pull. I would like you to please roll me for your making sure. Yes, your willpower, please.
Yeah. Before we go any further, because this one just answer it, for better or for worse. If there is a time, right?
What's that?
If there's a time.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Bring
You are
it
so good.
over.
Are you sure?
Bring it over
Yeah.
here.
Okay, yay!
Bring it over
yay.
here.
My
We've almost
Chaos
completed the
Emerald.
Chaos Emerald sets over here.
Yeah.
All right.
Okie dokie. All right, let's see. Pop. My leg feel bad.
So that is the injury. Let me
Let's
go
go.
to the thing here. Have we seen the injury in this game? We have
In
not.
this game? No, not in
As
this game.
the Hobbit and the Silmarillion come out and beat the shit out of Law.
Oh, fuck.
Let me go to the thing here and then scroll down to find the injury. I mean,
And then
it
Treasure
honestly
Island.
could be good. So that's good for here.
Yeah,
It is
anything could happen.
It is just out of the final 6, which means it is not going to be the 13 or higher you have to roll to have the good effect.
This is, however, an 11 or higher that you have to roll. I would like you to please roll me a d20. If you get 11 or higher, you'll get the good effect.
Let's see.
It's a 16.
And here
11,
comes
yeah, that's
Long
16.
John Silver with the steel chair.
I should have mentioned first the neutral effect of this card if you choose to take it. Gain 2 tricks or roll on the or roll for a good or bad effect of this card, 13 or higher. It says 13 or higher. That's in a different game. It is 11 or higher. When it comes to the good effect, which is what we just rolled for, inflict a good status effect onto the target.
Oh, okay.
Which is really good here. I'm gonna take some liberties if that's fine.
Of course. Go ahead.
So, Law, for a moment, you find that whenever you go to open this, you feel that you've triggered a trap. For a second, as you look to it, some kind of magical effect seems to wash over you, seeming to almost attempt to dominate your mind. As this happens, you feel that for a moment, the reason it was ajar was literally just to bring anyone who's willing to snoop to actually go to open something. As you grab and as you pull it out from it, you remember the taste of the sugar cookie that you had just a few moments ago.
Thank you, Selenel.
As immediately the effect of the mind control spell that was about to go on you is completely nullified.
Oh, something must have to happen.
The funny thing about this, and I will tell you this, is that if this spell would have affected you, I was not going to tell you.
That was pretty funny.
I was just going to have you keep acting how you wanted to until a bad moment.
I just imagine mind control. Now you're gonna read my erotic fiction.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know what the DC was for this save you were trying to make?
Yeah.
23.
Holy fuck.
Oh.
You also have to you have to know you have a decent willpower of 3, but you also have a +2 because of your shield. So you were gonna get a 5 on that. So if you got an 18, you would have been fine.
So I only had to roll like a 19.
You also had other dice you could put in. Come on.
Yeah, but I didn't know I was gonna get mind controlled.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
It's mostly as high as it was. That way, if you did roll like a 17 or something, I'm like, oh, you're fine. Even though you wouldn't have been.
Yeah, even though, yeah, it's a scare. It's to give a scare.
But yes, you feel definitely some kind of effect that you would only attribute to something that would be something affecting your mind, seem to come over you for just a brief second and then completely disperse as you think to that nice little sugar cookie you had.
I will never be able to repay someone else.
The funny part is she will never expect you to even try.
Funny thing is, they did not even expect that was something that did. Funny thing is, that was not something that did until the fake card was used.
Now we know that specifically, sugar cookies made by someone can stop one mind control effect.
Apparently, the L didn't stand for law. It stood for love.
As you go to open the thing in front of you, you do find what appears to be different types of documentation that would show what appear to be students from the school. You find that as you look to it and as you start looking down the list, you do see that a lot of the students that are listed here have their names etched out, as if just scratched out from one side to the other.
What?
Looking through it, you see that it is very hard to find a single student here that doesn't have their name etched out. As you look down the list, as you go down looking through each and every bit of it, you eventually get to one of the only names that are not on here, that are not etched out on this place. I believe altogether there are 3 names that are not etched out on here. Making sure I am correct on this. I don't want to accidentally
Where's the notebook?
I was wrong.
Cavelli, Fabio. Oh no.
I was wrong. There are there are 6 names
Okay.
not listed on here. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Sorry, getting a thing.
Take your time.
Because he wouldn't know certain names. And yes. Yes, it does seem like they're all correct. Okay. Might be.
All right. What's in the giving headmasters list?
Oh, giving head. Oh
My god.
Where the fuck is it?
Gave them head.
Oh no, that's not what I thought you meant by that.
Oh no.
That wasn't what I thought you meant by that at all.
Oh no.
You find that you do see the name on there for what appears to be Cavelli, Law, Fabio. You find what appear to be names for Kyle. You see Yoiki. And you see Anthea.
Okay.
Those are the only names that currently don't appear to be etched out.
Kioiki.
Okay. That's an interesting list of names. Is there anything else in this or just that? That's the last one?
That appears to be the only thing you would gain from seeing the names on there. That being said, you would find that when it comes to the names of the 4 of you, the ones that you know, those appear to have been etched in recently. You can tell because they're at the very bottom of the list.
Yeah.
Oh no, we're bottom.
I see. This is not a list of students, a list of suspects. Okay.
Potentially.
You see, now I'm just sitting here like I'm sitting on a trove of shit I could look into, but now that I know for a second that I was about to get fucked, maybe I should stop fucking around.
Oh, one other thing you find inside the drawer, you find a key.
Oh. Okay, God has given me the option to fuck around.
I'm only saying there are many locks here. So you don't have to use a key or anything, but there is a key.
Okay, so here's the thing. I know for a fact that if we don't figure out what's happening here, we're going to crash into the Quietmarch and potentially die. So really, we're just kind of back where we started. So I have a key, there are locks. Let's see what happens.
As you bringing that up, I think I do want to do one funny.
You do go for it.
I would like you to please, as you begin to go for a lock, roll me for your instinct, please. Oh, no, roll me focus.
Not.
We'll say focus. It's
Okay,
the seeing
right.
stat.
My stat for seeing.
This is gonna be stupid.
I can't see anything.
You have a fleeting. You had a fleeting.
Oh, okay.
You had 2
right,
fleetings.
We're back. We're so back. Well, I need to use my
I thought it would have been really funny. That's why I said, oh no. That's a 5. You have one more. You have one more. Oh, you went up by 1.
Come on, we can go to 6.
Oh,
That's a
that
lot,
looks
baby.
that looks like a 17 to me.
The number says 1.
Oh, it's wrong.
That's the most catty cornered dice I've ever seen in my life.
It is. It's really fucking it.
that is
Listen.
ticking straight up. But
I
That's
the
believe-
game has said it is a 1. Is all I'm saying.
Listen, I think in this specific case, this should be a reroll with how perfectly like straight up it is.
Listen, the game doesn't understand how an edge works, all right? It's tabletop, so you have an edging simulator. So clearly it's just a key.
How nice am I feeling today?
I don't know.
What would be the funnier option? Just choose in your heart.
Roll me one more time.
Okay, let's give it
I just
one
want
more
everyone to know I sincerely thought about it.
You really
you.
thought about it a little.
Oh. Ooh.
It's a 14.
That is higher than 1 and 4 and 5.
Right as you are moving the key to a random lock on this place because you don't know which lock to put the key into, you see that there is a Toledo on the other side just waving their arms.
Yes, Toledo.
You like just saw them right before you touched the thing. As you look up to them, they then begin miming as they're just like, they start like looking down, they're just like, start like moving their hands upward, and then they grab their head like, fuck! And then they go to like move their hands over as if they're almost like they're digging a hole or something, but not, that doesn't make sense here. They then grab their head like, fuck! They then just start to like try to maneuver about before finally they sigh and just collapse onto the ground and hold their face.
Nico, I need to ask.
What's up?
Did they accidentally vocalize each fuck?
No,
Because we know that they can talk.
they can talk. They are really not wanting
Doing
to.
their best.
They are doing their
doing their
absolute
best.
best for reasons to not do that.
So, I'm sorry, can you repeat the series of things? Something about digging?
They look
something
like they
about-
start like moving their hands up and down, even though they don't have hands. They're moving their arms up and down. They seem
Okay.
to think that that's not good enough. They look
Okay.
as if they start moving their hands over, almost again in like a digging motion, but that didn't seem to be what they wanted to convey either. Finally, you
Okay.
see them pushing their hands forward as if they're like pushing something forward, but again, they just collapse downward like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do this.
So it's either up, down, or forward. Got it?
I'm just
This is
going
why this
to
is the funny
invite-
one.
I'm just going to invite Toledo to jump on my head and see if they're trying to do anything with the key.
They bring themselves onto your head as you say that. As they do, they bring themselves over to the side of where the table is and look like they use your hands to attempt to lift the table up.
Okay.
They are suggesting stealing the table.
Let's do it. Buckeye, get ready.
Base.
As
Oh, the awkward furniture moving through the hallway scene.
as you and
My
Toledo
left, my left.
as you and Toledo position yourselves on either side of this thing, you begin to lift up on the desk. Do you want to just try to take it out of the room?
Yeah, me. He's gonna help Buckeye helping carry out here because I'm kind of a.
Buckeye
I
is
know,
like
I'm
looking over at Buckeye. He looks like he's all like he's bones.
He's
He doesn't have-
busy.
he doesn't have any
He's
muscles.
busy.
As
bald.
he's just like, you're good. You're good.
I would
Oh,
like
sorry.
for you and Toledo to roll me for your strength, please. So I would like you to roll me for your strength.
I just love the fact that we're just fucking stealing the table.
Finally.
I mean,
the tabletop.
The thing in their brain is they are
Yeah.
already suspecting you guys.
That is true. You make a solid point, Toledo, even though you haven't
It's like,
said
why are
anything.
we hiding this at this point? That's
You make a
really
solid
good.
Point.
Again, if you have a
H isn't
negative,
really
if
anything,
you have
but
the
yeah,
negative,
yeah.
the H goes to a 1, so you have a +1 just from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
H. +2 goes
That's pretty
to
dang
3,
good.
and then that's a +4 on your power right now.
come on,
They'll
Fab,
probably-
Fab.
They'll probably cross out law at this point, thinking, "Oh, they're like a chain smoker. They can't do it. I'm not a smoker. I'm just divorced."
As you guys make your way over toward the door, again, nobody would think to steal this in the actual academy, because you'd have to bring this all the way down the tower. You'd have to like go walk it through the halls. You literally back into the area back here. Cavelli in black. You guys see from down the hall, coming out from the wall area, just Toledo and Law backing a large, what appears to be desk out from the wall.
I come back from the mythical land of Home Depot.
Oh, so we're all just one-upping Cavelli, huh?
As
Look
they
at
walk
me,
out
I
of it-
stole a table.
As they walk out of it, you also hear a as Buckeye is pushing a chair.
Oh,
What
a table and a chair.
A very familiar
let's-
chair to you, Black.
No.
That is the chair that is in Blue's room. back at his manor.
No.
I would like you to
That's-
know that Law has like the most shit-eating grain you'll see before or since from him.
There's that twinge on his face of just he wants to look distraught, but he's trying to hold it back.
as he hears Orange's fucking voice in the back of his head. Ah, the summoner's cuck chair.
Fantastic vantage point.
You sure? You sure the doesn't look familiar too? Holy shit!
No, the desk is completely new to you. It's just the chair.
What? What?
As at
Toledo
this
had
point,
an
it's just like,
interesting idea.
I'm on my way. I'm coming.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I admit it. You stole the bigger item. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cavelli.
Man.
It was not my idea.
Meanwhile,
Why?
we're gonna make our way over to Fabio.
It is time for
Fabio,
Fabio to one up
let-
everyone.
Fabio, this is the funniest thing of all time.
Tell me I was right that it's the kitchen.
It is not the kitchen, Fabio.
Okay, cool.
You step into the area. As you do, you see immediately not a lot, because as you look around, everything is somewhat obscured in mist. As you look around this mystical area, you try to see if you can find anything or anyone that you can talk to. You see silhouettes in front of you, and you do hear talking. In fact, you hear lots of talking reverberating around on the from the sides of the room. The steam seems to have a heat to it. As you look over toward the area, you are, from what you can tell, in the baths.
I note that I'm in the bath and I leave.
Oh, come on. You're not gonna clean your feathers? Where's your bird
You just like,
spirit?
I'm imagining it's literally just like the Abe Simpson fucking meme where he walks in the door like swinging his arms,
What's up?
sees what's happening, walks out swinging his arms.
Yeah, basically it's like, I don't know which baths these are. I am not going
to
be in
test
trouble
it.
for this. Because he does not know how the baths here work. So he's not noting that there's a girls and boys bathroom up here. He does
Yes,
not need to know
the
whose
non-binary
bath
baths.
Yeah, these are the non-binary baths, obviously.
Woo!
No,
I'm
when
not
I said bathroom up here, it was literally toilet rooms. This is a bath.
Yeah.
A bath area. You walk in, circle around, walk out, walk back up here. Whenever
Father
long
saw everything happening.
you were here before anybody else got back.
So Cavelli stole a Norb, Fabio stole a desk, you stole a glance at someone's naked ass.
Nope.
Like, nuh-uh, nope, not me.
Interested.
As you leave, we just
like square in on what the on the silhouette that was in front of you. It turns out it was a head on top of a table. What was that? I felt my apprentice here. Has like a little towel on their head.
No, he's just floating in the water. He's got the towel on his head to keep balance somehow.
I'm very sorry that there wasn't a lot in there. I mean, if you would have kept going in there, we could have seen some other things. But
Listen,
it was.
This is fine. It's better.
Fabio made the choice to not go creeping in bathrooms, and he will die gladly by
Respect.
it.
So
Respect.
the beginning
Respect.
areas, when it comes to a lot of them, when it comes to the place here, the reason Zaro's room is most frequented among all these places is because Anthea goes to it quite a lot, you see.
And Thea's literally like turning the scales. Holy
and
shit.
Anthea has been here for fucking centuries at this point, which is why this is a room that is frequented. But
I
yes,
love my creepy MILF.
the entrance hall is very frequented, the baths are very frequented, the cafeteria, the library, the bathrooms, and the training ground, as well as, you know, student dorms, gardens. All of these are extremely frequented rooms. We then go to, you know, hallways, which is one of many. Trophy halls, which is, you know, some people go there, kind of. Necromancy bathroom, no.
You know, I realized we could have figured it out as we looked along.
The Templar room, nobody visits. Nobody visits. People are there, but nobody visits them. And then we, you know, headmaster room, yada yada. As again, you come pushing out with this large desk. I'm gonna say that Fabio, if you would have been here, you go over and you help Monkey-O with them as you bring the desk forward. All of you at this point just being put into the situation, put into the area in front. And at this point, you guys have a key to this desk. You guys can go through it at your leisure. You guys can look into whatever's there. We are at 11 o'clock, though. So I do think that with this game, having you guys all done all your stealing, we should probably call this the stealing episode. I'm probably going to call it Sadira. But we'll see. But you guys were able to talk to gods, steal some things, have good times, eat some cookies.
Oh shit, Law, something fell on your ear. Is this a copy of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe?
The most fascinating part is there are 4 rooms less traffic than the necromancy classroom.
Listen,
That is true.
I'm just imagining it there as like, I need a room for the necromancy room because he goes there for some fucking reason.
Blue's just like, it's quiet here and nobody can tell what I'm doing.
The least visited rooms: the headmaster's room, the headmaster's bachelor pad.
Haha. It's funny. Funny. Haha.
Funny, silly.
Funny, silly.
We are gonna end things here for the night. There was a lot of tangents that happened today. From certain things. I loved them. I loved getting to talk more about the world. It's very fun for me. Not every day you get to talk to a god, a ancient dragon, and a fucking like all-knowing fucking like witch lady all at once in one session. That was pretty fun. But it did take up a lot of time. But you know, it was pretty neat. I liked it.
You know what fucks me the most about this situation?
What's that?
That these fucking summoner people that are torturing this dragon are getting something out of it, but not its vast amount of fucking knowledge out of it that it might have. They do not care about that. They only want some other fucking thing. And that blows my mind.
I can only imagine they're harvesting something from it.
So,
scales from what we've seen of Dakar.
Dakar wasn't doing scales, he was doing blood magic is what Dakar was doing.
Let's see.
I will remind as well, when it comes to dragony scales, most people would not want to touch them.
Yeah.
And when it comes to knowledge, let me tell you of something in history called book burnings.
Yeah, it sure feels like that.
Most people would not want to touch a dragon because in fear of getting a malady is one thing I will say. So they're most likely not harvesting scales.
At this point, I'm thinking malady is just their way of saying dragon cooties.
Kinda, a little bit.
Basically, it seems like.
I mean, it's evil dragon cooties, but it's dragon cooties nonetheless.
But there are benefits.
There are apparently benefits, according to one of 3 ancient dragons, and the other two disagree.
I don't know,
But we like this one. We like this dragon though, so we'll put
We
all of
pity
our
this
thoughts on this
dragon.
one.
We fuck because she's
Fuck
the
you,
nicest
Angie
and we
dragon.
talk to her.
Should have been nicer, dipshit.
Should have been nicer, Angie dragon. You fuck.
So, Law, I'm thinking of, I guess, refinding the religion for your goddess. You ever making a church? I mean, let's do this.
I think it's hilarious that a fate card getting that good effect there, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, I can have it do that. And it's just like sitting there like, yeah, this person may be a potentially extremely powerful like mage and is able to like do like super crazy spells. God cookie.
Mediocre god cookie.
It's like the freaking item in Pokemon Ruby Sapphire. It's like the Lava Ridge cookie that just ends all status effects.
Yeah.
The lava cookie.
It's a fucking lava cookie. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's canon now. That's what that cookie does.
You ever feel like you admitted a very strange and bad timeline?
No, we're in fact thinking the best timeline apparently.
Oh, Law, you got something in your pants? Oh, it's just the House of Leaves.
With
I'm
all that
sorry,
being
Lynn.
said,
We'll go to the library next time. There's no reason for us not to now.
with all
But,
of
you
that,
know, her being a suspect.
with all of that being said, I think we are going to end things off here for the night. Since we have gone on for 3.5 hours, we will come back to this next time, see what's going down, potentially figure out who could have possibly stolen the orb from the orb case. Definitely not anyone that it feels like or anything. And see what potentially might be inside those other keyholes, those other locked areas in the desk. Hopefully something good.
Wait a minute.
Who knows?
Monkey-O? That's not Monkey-O. Rips off mask. Kaito Kid.
Can't believe it. That being said, till next time, guys. Like always, later days.
Bye.